that. We are live. Everything as far as the live goes, the YouTube and the Facebook went really well. A lot of people are looking forward to this.
Okay, awesome.
Including myself.
Are we live now?
Yeah, we've been live. I always will get you live. I get us going live on Facebook and YouTube before anybody comes in, because I don't like to have surprises of stuff not working. So if it's not working, gotcha. I figure it out. I go and then now we just started recording, but I'll start recording. It's advertised for 8:30. So that's when a lot of people will jump in. And I've learned over the years that if you can start a little late, but if you start early, they let you know. Yeah. It's like, you said 8:30, kind of thing. So that's usually what it is. So there's a nice, I should get the Continental and pour that. Because what I did with these, with the Liberty and the Founders Reserve, the Liberty Reserve, and if I open them, I put the kit, and then I do this all the time, and then I put the cork back in, shook it up, and then I opened them up and let them breathe for about 15-20 minutes. So they're ready to go. There's no anything from travel or anything like that can happen. I always find the neck pour aspect of it. A lot of times when you talk to people like Gregg or Alan Bishop or distillers, they don't the neck pour happens mostly in the stuff that gets on the shelf. It like travels, and it goes through travel, shakes up, sits, and then it's heated up and whatever. And so sometimes I've had it where you open it and it really doesn't taste good, and you wait a day and all of a sudden it tastes like it should. So I found that process of kind of letting out the air and then shaking up the bottle and then let it breathe for 15-20 minutes really takes care of anything like that if that happens. There's a lot of people who will say that's not a thing, but when you try and analyze whiskey for a long time, I find that a lot of times when you let it sit, open it and let it sit for a day, it changes. Mm-hmm. And usually for the better. I don't know.
It's same with, it's like wine, right? You let wine sit, you let it breathe, you let it air, you let it kind of do its thing, and it opens up. Same thing.
Yeah. Yes. So what do you got in your glass right now, Gregg?
I got some of the Founders Reserve, actually, starting off with that.
Same.
All right. I haven't.
A little pour with the Liberty Reserve.
I think that's what I'm going to pour too.
You have the Founders Blend, right?
Oh yeah, I got the Founders Blend.
We got the evolution here.
Yes. I haven't had this, so you guys are right here, and I was reading. One of the nice things that came with it was this little pamphlet brochure. Those were pretty good. I mean, I enjoyed. A lot of times it was sweet to the point and where it needed to be and gave you enough insight. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey guys, I want to just real quick. I guess we're getting going, or I can wait 2 minutes till they get fully started till everybody comes in, because I was going to do a toast and a sip to remember tonight, because it's part of the brand, and I wanted to remember before we kick off the 8 souls that lost their life on Torch 11, which was the B-52 bomber that burnt in.
Yeah,
got a call today from a gentleman who was so that's a test pilot. That is a test squadron. They were testing new equipment for our armed forces, and it burned in, which that's the first B-52 I've ever heard of just crashing.
Yeah, that is a very solid plane. The statistics on it are amazing when it comes down to that, and I agree with you. It was. We should do a toast. I actually felt. I just found out, I was on Facebook and someone just posted that one of my classmates, who had illness for probably the last 10, 12 years, passed away. So I'll like to include him
Yeah, 100%. I mean, this is part of what Four Branches is about. So, brother, you tell me, Tiny, when we kick it off, we'll start it off with that. I know we're live, but when we get people on,
Yeah, when
we
we
can
should
start now.
We'll just well we should. It's 8:30. Are you almost ready, Super Nash? Ready for me to start?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, let it roll.
So I'll do our little thing. I'll start it. Well, you'll hear our. Let's almost do it like the national anthem. I mean, right as soon as we come in, I'll introduce you guys, and you do the toast.
Okay.
All right. So it'll be a little brief time that we got to be quiet, and then you'll hear our theme song. And once that's over, that starts the podcast.
Okay.
I'll introduce you guys, and you do the toast.
Tiny here to tell you about Whiskey Thief Distilling Company and their newly opened tasting room. Whether you are up for a farm-to-glass distilling experience on the Three Boys Farm in Frankfort, Kentucky, or an out-of-this-world tasting experience in Nulu, you won't be disappointed. At both locations, their barrel picks all day, every day, are like none other. Each location features stations with 5 barrels, each featuring their pot-distilled bourbons and ryes. Once the barrels have been thieved and tasted, you can make a selection and thieve your own bottle. A day at Whiskey Thief with their friendly staff and ownership will ensure you many good times with good friends and family. Remember to always drink responsibly, never drink and drive, and live your life uncut and unfiltered.
Drinking bourbon, sipping on some scotch. We get a little wild, but it's sure fun to watch. We love what we do, we're drinking every brew. Man, we talk some shit, but we're telling the truth. Yeah, we're the Scotchy Bourbon Boys, raisins in hell and making some noise. Yeah, we're the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. We're here to have fun and we hope you enjoy. We're here to have fun.
Yeah! Woo! We are here.
All right.
All right. Welcome back to another podcast of the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. It's a special 250th birthday celebration podcast. We have Rick Franco from Four Branches, and we have Gregg Snyder, also master blender, Four Branches and everything. And then we have Super Nash. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
So,
Awesome. Thank you.
Rick, we were talking right before about doing a toast, so let's take a moment and do the toast right before we get started here.
Thanks, Tony. Tiny, absolutely. Hey, tonight I want to, because I had a phone call today, I want to do a toast. We do a sip to remember to the crew, the men and women of Torch 11. Torch 11 was the B-52 bomber that crashed recently and lost 8 American souls as they were testing equipment for our national defense. So this is a sip to remember for them tonight.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And I'd like to do a sip to remember for my classmate, Craig Walton. I knew him fairly well in high school. and he has been sick for many years, and found out today he succumbed, and rest in peace, and a sip to him also.
Sip to remember.
Wow.
All right.
That's really good.
Is that the Founders Reserve?
Yes, this is the Founders Reserve, and I would like to thank you, Gregg and Rick, for letting me sample this whiskey tonight with the Liberty Reserve, which we're going to celebrate, because as we get closer to the 4th of July and our nation's birthday, there's a lot of people coming out with, the 250th anniversary bottles and whatnot. And I think afterwards, I'm going to try and amass them and do a blind tasting and see what happens. But it's what I've been seeing in each bottle is the best of each distillery, and how much this country means. It's just not a marketing ploy, especially when it comes to bourbon. You guys talk about, the Liberty Reserve and the Fort, let's talk about the brands right away. About, as far as when you were on before, we talked about being in all 4 branches of the military. And I think we were on for the military. What was it? The Army's 250th anniversary? Yeah, that's what that was, right?
Yeah. The Army, Navy, and Marine Corps last year.
Yep. But this year is the whole country's birthday. And, let's just talk about, what goes into these bottles, because, what you guys represent, and then knowing Gregg and what you're doing, it's kind of it's a special thing.
Absolutely. Well, Gregg, I'm going to let you talk about, I'll let you talk about both, because you had a major hand in our Founders Reserve, and then I'm really excited, Tiny and Supernash, for you guys to try the Liberty Reserve. I'm not going to spoil anything with that, but I'll let Gregg kind of take the evolution, so to speak.
So yeah, let's talk about the Founders Reserve first. Wasn't that many, a few weeks ago. Our Founders Reserve actually won a double gold medal at the San Francisco World Spirits Competition, which you guys know is probably one of the most prestigious competitions in the world, and we're very proud of that. But as Rick said, it's been an evolution. I got started, I guess, about a year ago, April, and the 4 founders had already come up with several batches of Founders Blend. And of course, at this day and age in the market, it's a lot more economical to go out and find good quality bourbon that you can actually bottle under your brand name. And so that's what they did the first few. They went out and found some pretty good bourbon, put together some blends, initially worked with Steve Nally, who you guys know at Bardstown Bourbon Company. And they put together some great bourbon. When I came along in April, we talked about it. And, it's increasingly difficult to match what you just did by going out and trying to find good quality bourbon available, no matter what the prices are. And so one of the things we talked about is we need to find a good quality bourbon that has a sustainable inventory to carry us on out into the future. And so we tried several different bourbons and came up with a 4-grain mash bill at Bardstown Bourbon Company. It's 60% corn, 26% rye, 10% wheat, and 4% malted barley. And we all kind of liked it. We had the whole gang together, all the founders. And like I said, we sampled several, but this one came up and hit the sweet spot. So that's kind of the one we decided to go with. It's 96 proof. It's a flagship brand, always was. And so this has kind of become our flagship brand going forward. And again, quite proud of the double gold we received. That's not many bourbons can claim that.
Well, Gregg, at 96 points too, which was kind of ironic because we're 96 proof, and we hit 96 out of 100. I'll throw in. So glad Gregg's part of the team, because prior to Gregg coming on, doing these batches, right? It was Founders Blend, but it's always a batch of taking the barrels. There was a lot of pressure on me, so I tasted every batch before it went out, and we did 5 batches before we kind of evolved into Founders Reserve. So I was really glad to have Gregg come in and say, "Hey, let's evolve to the next level." I equate Gregg to like the Jedi master of bourbon, and I'm the young Padawan that's been tasting all along to make sure we get it to where it needed to be. And then he took it to the next level.
Well, I would say that you can't get, I mean, a man that you want to lead you in direction to producing quality whiskey that people want to drink. Out of all the people to pick, Gregg's at the top of the list.
He's definitely got a passion for it.
You made the right decision. And we attest to that because we've had a lot of Gregg's whiskey throughout the years, and it just it's everybody has their own palates and everything, and then there's like the understanding of making it that he has, and then you put it in there, and he knows whether or not it's perfect for his palate or not. He understands what good whiskey tastes like and what it needs to taste like. And if you put the right thing in the bottle, and then you have this story that you guys have, and it's not made up, it's real.
No, we lived it.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about a proud, the military and being proud and respect and everything that bourbon all the things of bourbon matches what the armed forces, portray. And when you make it with good quality, that's kind of what has to happen with bourbon. You can't take shortcuts, and that is a marriage made perfectly. So I think as you guys go forward and you have Gregg's guidance and what he's doing, I really think that the whiskey can only get better.
Yep. An important part of the mission as well, and Rick, you can speak to this, is the give back effort. That's again, their story, their mission is something pretty special, and that's what kind of attracted me to want to work with them, and I enjoyed immensely. But tell them a little bit about where we've given back and how much you guys have given back.
That hey, thanks, Gregg. That's a very important part, and I think that's what we want to make sure that your viewers and really anybody that comes across us realizes that we are more than a bourbon company. We have a bigger mission out there. I think I touched on a little bit last time, but it's like when we start off this toast or the podcast, guys, that we did a sip to remember, because we don't drink to forget. We sip to remember not only those that aren't here, like the men and women that lost their lives, but we're going to sip to remember, the good times. Two friends getting together, and there's not a finer product than bourbon to do that, to sit around the kitchen table and do that. And we found when we started this, because I started it with my co-founders, wanting to give back to the program or the department or unit, whatever phrase you want to use, of the CIA that I was a part of. And it started for another Marine, a fallen Marine, a buddy of mine that I recruited. So we always knew we would give back to those organizations that helped us get to where we were and that were a part of our lives and that are doing good things for the men and women who serve our country, whether they served in uniform of any kind, right? Whether you're a firefighter, a police officer, a first responder out there on the lines every day, or a soldier, standing the wall and the watch, we knew we would give back. So to Gregg's point, and we never saw the impact that it would have. It wasn't part of the plan. We just knew we would do it out of the genuineness of our heart. It was the right thing to do. It is the right thing to do. But we started giving away a lot of our bottles to different organizations. Hey, can I have a bottle for my charity event here or this event there, an auction off? And in going on 3 years, gentlemen, we have those bottles at auction have raised close to $700,000.
Wow.
Right. We have seen bottles. I've been in the rooms where a bottle of Founder's Blend, which is what you have, Super Nash, has auctioned off for $29,000.
Wow, that's amazing.
Right. So
that's
we are humbled and proud by that, and then we give back 4% of our proceeds to different charities, right? And it's people will say, well, which charity, and my charity or this charity? And we just say we have a few key charities that we give to, but we look at each one and we make the decision, right? And we give what we have. We'd love to give to everybody, but we can't. But we give to the ones that, that have resonated with us. Not that they all don't, but that's kind of where we go with it.
She does what she can do.
Yeah, that is amazing because you guys are starting off and giving away all your bottles. Not that that's a bad thing to raise money for charity, but that's quite honorable, and I agree. So Gregg, so when you went to he talked about evolving from Founders Blend to Founders Reserve. Talk about what the differences are and which way that it's going.
Oh, yeah, the Founders Blend, and again, it's kind of synonymous with the 4 branches, the 4 grain. But the Founders Blend likewise was a 4 grain, but it was some rye-based bourbon, and then they would blend it with some wheat-based bourbon, and so that's where you got the 4 grains. The Founders Reserve is actually a 4 grain mash bill. As I mentioned, it's 60, 26, 10, 4 on the mash bill, and so that's the primary differences of how it's evolved. But again, more importantly, I believe we found a very good, high-quality bourbon that has a big enough inventory to sustain our growth and sales going out in the future.
That's
This blend is still real good.
It's award winning. We won gold and double gold on that out of the chute and we won it at the SIPS award. So that was a consumer based award. That's the everyday person.
Yeah.
On a blind tasting on that one. We're proud of both of them. Incredibly humbled and proud to, have proven that the quality of what we put in the bottle is important and stands out.
That's what counts.
So Kirk, he says, our most valuable citizens are those who serve or served. That includes my sons, 2nd Cavalry Military Intelligence, 1st Squad War Eagle, Camp Rose Barracks. And he did a super chat for that. So I might as well, I was reading it, and so we might as well honor him also for his time served, correct?
That's right.
Yeah. So, it's funny, Gregg, because the San Francisco Spirits competition, it has always, I've always been aware of it, and I know some of the judges and everything, but the people that I've associated myself with, all the different distilleries that are part of the Scotchy Bourbon Boys have, they win at San Francisco at a level that it seems like that there's a lot of awards given out, okay? Because, but then I realized it's the reason why it seems that way is because I'm associated with the people who make the good whiskey and win the awards. It's not just because they're giving it out to everybody. It's just who we associate ourselves with, and that's just kind of a cool thing.
Typically, if they get a silver medal or less, you won't hear about it. So.
Yeah, I hear double golds and platinums and this, and I'm like, God, it seems like they're just giving out so many. And then I look, and it's just because it's so many to the people we are associated with. So congratulations on the medal it was on the Reserve, right? Correct?
Yes, on the Founders
That's
Reserve.
just recent, and I mean, and that's that. It is what would you say, a confirmation when you enter something like that, and those judges pick that. You're going up against the best spirits in the world. I mean, it's one of the top world spirits. There's a couple other ones that outside of the country, but the judges at San Francisco are all quality. That they're in the industry, they're palates, or they're full-time judges. I mean, it's a quality, judging competition. There's no doubt about it. Anyways, all right. So that brings us to the next part of this let's talk about how this came about, the Liberty Reserve.
Okay, Rick, you want to talk a little bit about the premise behind it, and then I can talk about the product itself? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. So it's to us, the Liberty Reserve, first of all, 250 years of our country only comes once in a lifetime, right? We just happen to be in it right now. So it is a significant milestone that we're approaching. And we knew we wanted to do something to honor the country. And that's why when you look at it, if you look at the packaging, we have the Liberty Bell on there. And then the 4 is kind of superimposed over the Declaration of Independence.
Let's see if I can get that.
And then we produced, it's tough to see it, but we produced only 1,776 bottles. So we were founded in 1776. Our military was founded in 1775. So we said, let's just do numbered bottles. And it's kind of, we have no idea where bottle 1776 is. It's out in the wild right now. So
that'd be amazing.
Something pretty interesting for whoever claims that bottle and sends a picture in of it. The bottles you may have are taster bottles.
I'm just looking. Okay.
Like there's not a number here. So, but we produced those numbered bottles to put in the market, right? So we did some on DTC, direct to consumer, and then the rest are in our 7 traditional markets, from DC and Maryland, Virginia, out to Arizona. So then we hit Florida and Kentucky and Tennessee. Greg, I think it'd be neat to talk about the evolution from last year to this year and how that plays a part in it. But this is why we came out with our Liberty Reserve. It is our one time a year. We do 1 bottle a year as far as a special offering. And this is it. And I can tell you, gentlemen, Greg has produced incredible bourbon. But for me, this is the finest bourbon I've ever had. And it may be the most unique. I don't think there's another one out there like that, Greg, with what we did.
Probably not. It's very rare if so. But to Rick's point, last year, as we mentioned earlier, we decided to bottle a tribute to the 250th anniversary of the Army, Navy, Air Force.
Army, Navy,
and Marines. Air Force came a lot later. But back then it was called the Continental Army, the Continental Navy, Continental Marines. So that's why we came out with Continental. For that product, we used 9-year-old Kentucky straight bourbon. Mash bill was 75 corn, 13 rye, 12% malted barley. It's fantastic. It did well received in the marketplace. And so this year, again, we want to do something special. So luckily, we still had some of that bourbon in inventory. Now, that 9-year-old is now 10-year-old. Okay. And so we had enough left that I was able to take it. I took some 6.5-year-old of our 4 grain, the 60, 26, 10, 4 mash bill, 6.5 years old. And so the Liberty Reserve is actually about 70% of the 10-year-old bourbon, Kentucky straight bourbon, and about 30% of the 6.5-year-old 4 grain. So it's truly a 4 grain bourbon. It's at 100 proof. Now, to make it even more special, after I combined it, blended it together, I bought some new barrels. And I didn't toast them, I didn't char them. I just gave them a good, deep, medium plus toast. I didn't want to charcoal filter the great bourbon flavor that was already in there. What I wanted to do was extract more caramel, more vanilla, more oak lactones to enhance the flavors. And so we did that. We filled 8 barrels and put it in top floors of the warehouse. And I would check it every month. And after 6 months, I said, boom, that's spot on. That's exactly what we were trying to accomplish. And so again, it's 100 proof, it's double oak. It's a combination of 10 and 6.5-year-old 4 grain. It's spectacular. And I've told people, on Facebook and a lot of friends, Wisco, I told them, to me, I've tasted a lot of bourbon in my 48 plus years in this business. And it's definitely in my top 10. Definitely in my top 10. And I know several guys up at the Wisco group up in Wisconsin have already latched on a few bottles. So if you have the opportunity, I highly recommend it.
And like Greg
Definitely
said,
searching.
be searching for it. But like Greg said, we think it's kind of fitting to the story, just a natural progression, right? 1775, our armed forces were formed to form our country in 1776. So in order to form the Liberty Reserve, we used that leftover Continental, right? So it's basically the armed forces helped us form the country. That liquid helped us become Liberty Reserve. That kind of just natural progression of it. We think that's kind of really cool to the story of it.
Yeah, it is.
The nose, you're right. The nose is unique. I'm just smelling that. And there's like a caramel, like a honey. There's, I want to say, like almost a graham cracker aspect to it. Like a spiked graham cracker. Let's taste it here. I'm excited.
I want to see the reaction.
That's 100 proof.
Yeah.
Wow. That is
You think, Tiny?
Greg is right. It's balanced. It has a much bigger body than 100 proof. The body is complete. I mean, it goes everywhere. But then there's an easiness to it that as it hits the back of your throat, it just doesn't get super hot with explosion. It just kind of it's kind of like sitting by a fire, a gas fire, not a roaring, back porch bonfire. It's more like your gas fire, like at, but yeah, that picks up. I see why you like this, Greg.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, your brain goes through a bunch of different, it's almost like and even the char aspect of it, there's a little bit of a char. The toasted aspect adds, I get where you can definitely tell how the toasted barrel helped it. As we were talking in the last podcast at the end, Greg, when I was probably a little bit gone telling you we were going to do a brand, which, whatever. I went back and looked at that and I'm like, no more mixed drinks for me. So anyways, I would say that, definitely what's happening here, it picks up, there is a classic older bourbon taste, like how whiskey was in a different time period, but then there's a sweetness to it that really kind of, the complexity is really super nice because so much stuff is happening, but it's balanced, right? Wouldn't you say that's where this comes through, is that it's so well balanced?
Yeah, I take it as a compliment, as far as older style. Again, I've been doing this a long time and worked with a lot of great ones, and hopefully I've learned a little bit from them. But you're right. It's to me that's the classic bourbon. It's got all those great caramel and vanilla flavors, oak lactone. But then you get into some of the nuances of the like you said, maybe a little bit of char, a little bit of sweetness, but the balance of the 4 grain and the balance of the ages as well, I think complement each other on the finish, and where you do pick up some of the sweeter notes.
So this is the whiskey a little bit older that was used for the Continental, is what we're saying, and then
yes,
then you double barreled it in a toasted barrel.
Right. So it's 70% of that same whiskey that we used in the Continental. 30% of the 6.5-year-old 4 grain that's in the reserve, the Founder's Reserve. It's
like, if you want to show somebody how you can change bourbon, that's a night and day combination of difference. You know what I mean? This is existing on a whole different level. The 4 grain is coming through. There's an aspect to the grain that's there. You know what I mean? You actually can get that flavor in there, but it's sweet and mature. It's a lot of times when you get a 4 grain bourbon and it's a little bit younger, you really taste it because the barrel influence hasn't taken out those grain flavors, right? And now, but there's some there, but it's mature. And then it's sweet. And then I agree. There's I think that this one is more, I want to say, this pulls toffee. This is pulling a lot of toffee. It's not as much, caramel's there. I mean, it's just, like I said, it's balanced and there's a lot of stuff happening that each sip produces another flavor that you're picking out.
Agree with you. Absolutely agree. I'm getting the caramel on the nose, but you're right. When it hits the lips, it's just more of a toffee note.
I agree. The caramel's there.
What I've enjoyed saying with it is people say exactly that. It's delicious. They smile and they're like, damn, that's smooth and good. You guys killed it. So that's the layman terms of me coming out. No technicality, but I've sent a couple of my buddies in Virginia that I went to school with. They bought their bottles and my phone lit up with text messages like, are you kidding me? This is amazing. So,
well, one of the highlight moments here of recent, I was with the founders of 4 Branches. We were at Bardstown Bourbon Company, and 4 Branches actually won an award. It was what was it? It was a Fox Business News, Rick, and it was a small business.
It was
American business.
Yeah, best made in America business 250, and we were in the top 3. They didn't have a first, second, or third. They just had 3 tops. And we were in the top 3.
So we were there actually doing a filming episode with Fox Business News. They had all the cameras there and that. And of course, they were focusing on the founders and about the company and so forth. But one of the things we did is we actually popped the bung on one of the barrels of this Liberty Reserve. And all 4 founders and I actually thieved it and got to taste it right out of the barrel for the first time. And I mean, it was something spectacular.
Well, you got a game plan going forward, that's for sure, as far as toasted barrels. But you did this on Fox Business. Did they shoot it? Has it aired?
Mm-hmm. Last night it aired. So you can go back and watch the episodes on Fox News Nation.
If it was on Fox Business, I might be able to go back because I might be able to go back and get an episode because I'll see. I'll check it out.
Yeah, I did it this morning because I missed the episode last night. But it aired twice. It aired on News Nation and then on Fox Business. And I went through it last night or this morning. I went through it and I typed in 4 Branches. So if you go to Fox Business News, type in 4 Branches, the episode will pop up.
All right,
they did a great job.
I will do that. And then all I can say is if you're on Fox Business News, prepare to sell out.
Yeah.
I mean, going to Fox, anything, if they're going to, I mean, it's just like, it's the power of the people watching and what your brand is. You just, when you think about it, that's not something that's a no-brainer for anybody who loves the military and drinks bourbon. They're going to want to try it. I don't know if you saw sales go up on your website, but I can only.
We saw a little spike. The biggest thing, and you're right, the power of the people and getting the message out there is the biggest thing. When we did the Today Show for Veterans Day in 2024, guys, that was like jumping on a bottle rocket and hold on.
Yeah.
Because when they lit it, we exploded, and it was
awesome.
It was fantastic. I mean, it was big numbers within the first hour online.
Honestly, you're putting good stuff. You're putting great stuff in the bottle, and then you have the power of your lives, that, you know, what you guys did and how you served and how you respect the military, you know, and what's going on now. I mean, and then there's so much that is at your disposal when you're telling me you're doing the Today Show, you know, on a military holiday, and then you're telling me you're doing Fox Business News coming up, leading up into 4th of July. You've got a aspect open to you that every bourbon brand doesn't have. That military tie. A lot of the brands, all the brands of bourbon will show and pay tribute to the military. There's no doubt about it. Everybody, you know, the 250th for the you know, birthday of the Army, there was so many different brands that did that. But you guys being who you are, the marketing availability to you that isn't available to everybody because you're direct. It's a direct connection. Plus, you're giving money to charity off of this. It's a win-win.
We're really tiny. We're really blessed with that, you know. And hopefully there's some people listening out there, because we do need help. We're a small craft brand, and we need a little bit of help to come on in and kind of give us a little more wind in our sails. But
we got it shared to a lot of veterans groups that I belong to tonight, whiskey and cigar groups. Hopefully it'll pick up.
yeah, we appreciate it. I mean,
We'll spread the word.
and our community is pretty loyal. You know, and it's not just a veteran, military, and first responder community. Guys, this is a patriotic American community. And
Yes.
that's, you know, you love the country, you support the country, our American values, you know, you support this brand. This brand is your brand.
I would say 95% people who drink bourbon are patriotic. I mean, there might be a few that aren't, but it's so far, so far and few in between. It's funny to me how patriotic their customers are for some of the places, but then they themselves exist in a different realm that is not how their consumers are. And it's just very unique, but that's, you know, you don't have to worry about that here. We all know what you're standing for. We all know what everybody does. Everybody in the military, you got to do hats off, just like when we were doing the sips to remember tonight, just because, you know, it's like any other profession. If you're not actively engaging in combat, that doesn't mean it's still not something where something can go wrong because of what you guys deal with. And people don't sometimes realize that, you know, there's a, you know, it's and the seriousness of everything that goes on within the military has it has to be that way, and it always has been that way. And that's something that there's a lot of respect, but that's mostly bourbon. I don't know too many people that I've come across that they don't have the same respect myself and what I have the respect for Martin's service that he gave, and the respect of what you do. And we all, most bourbon people understand what a commitment that's made. It's just not, you go into it, you sign up, but you know, there's times where you're asked, you know, throughout history, people have been asked to lay down their lives, and most people in the bourbon industry understand that, and they respect everyone leading up to this. You know, and it's just like, if people that sometimes you see people who don't, and it kind of is a little bit upsetting because what we have is unique to anything else. The reason why we have it is because of the 4 branches.
Yeah, absolutely. 4 branches, and now we got, you know, 2 more, 6, but it's because of how we started. You're 100% right. And, you know, in that profession, and it's the same, I'm sure, with both in the firefighter and especially law enforcement, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when that day comes.
Yeah.
And that is a seriousness that you alluded to. You're in it long enough, there will be a when, not an if. And so that is never, obviously, because I've been in and done it. It's never far from my mind, right? And now, I'm quote the old guy. I'm out, but those young men and women still out there, they're standing on the wall, and it happens every day. And probably what most of the American public may or may not really realize is we have people out there in places that are dark and scary every single day of the year, right? People are laying it out every single day of the year. Just because it's not on the news or it doesn't hit the wire or this or that doesn't mean it's not happening. And, for me, my salute to them is, hey, they're out there, they're doing the deed, they're doing the job. So I remember that, and I'm thankful that we can sit here and pour good bourbon and have great discussions and be, thankful for our country and the birthday that we're getting and the freedoms that we have.
Oh, well, I think the World Cup, in my opinion, the whole world is coming here, and you see what they see, and people don't realize that what we have is so special. And sometimes you wonder why we would ever want to break it down and change it. We don't. I mean, that's just something that we got to make sure all along. But there's certain aspects and things. But overall, there's nothing. History is laid down in different time periods, and and the military's been there all along. And as we keep going forward, it needs to be there also. But how people behave and everything as we go through history, I just hope we always keep the people who are in that's why I'm in bourbon, is because I'm around people like yourselves. I'm around Martin, CT, whatever. These are the people I want to be around. People who understand what we have, what was sacrificed, and then doesn't make it in vain. They enjoy what their freedoms are, and they enjoy life for what it needs to be, and that's just kind of what this is about, and that's what's coming up. I mean, that anybody who doesn't celebrate this 250th, I feel sorry for them, because the greatest country in the world, there's no doubt by far, and you see all these soccer people coming over and they can't believe it. I mean, they're all trying to take ranch dressing home.
I love saying all that. I mean, look, it's just like any human being. No country is perfect, and no human being is perfect. And we're not perfect as a country. But having traveled to a lot of countries, been in a lot of places, I'm telling you, we are the best country in the world. We have the one thing that most countries don't have, and that's opportunity. Right? Doesn't mean you get it. It's never guaranteed, but we have it. And you're 100% right. I mean, just the fact to sit down, do this tonight, share stories, which is why, for me, bourbon was created. It's why I chose bourbon when you guys know the backstory from our last podcast, why I chose to go with bourbon, because it just fit. It's natural. No disrespect to other spirits, but I couldn't have sit down around the campfire or the kitchen table and broke out a bottle of gin or a bottle of vodka and said, hey, let's sit down and drink this neat and tell sea stories.
No,
it wasn't going to happen. Right?
I mean,
it wasn't going. So like I said, no disrespect, they have their place, but it's fitting that bourbon is truly the native spirit of America, right? And it just ties into everything we're talking about. It's older than our armed forces, and it's been a integral part of our military since the formation of it, and it's carried on through. It's a vein that just runs through to today, and so it's part of our culture. It's part of our fabric of our country.
I mean, the prohibition would have been much earlier if there wasn't the Civil War. I mean, the Civil War set them back so far, because all of a sudden they're all fighting and they're just like, I mean, you read about what Lincoln did as far as sending whiskey and generals. What was it? He asked the question, what what whiskey is that general giving to his men? And then he wanted to give it to all the other people because it was working so well. Anyways, yeah, I mean, there's so much history involved with, and every single war, the only tax there ever was up until 1916 was on whiskey. I mean, that's it. That was the only tax we paid for the Revolutionary War. We paid for the Civil War. We paid for the War of 1812, all paid for by alcohol tax, which was whiskey at the time, and somehow people don't understand how much we're getting taxed these days. I mean, and they still, it's funny because they thought, well, we can start taxing income and property, and then we can get rid of alcohol, and then we go into Great Depression, and then they bring it back. And now they have all the other taxes, plus they tax alcohol. And when you think about how much this country consumes on a daily basis, it's just like the money is that they bring in off of that in this country. You can say that our country was made on whiskey. There's no, they don't teach you that when you're in grade school.
No, they don't.
But it's a fact.
It's a fact. A great point to it. 100%. It's and so you guys see, we're seeing in the industry, and Greg, you speak to it. I think people are drinking less. We know that, but I think they're drinking more with intention and quality. Especially within the spirits industry, the bourbon.
So,
I can't speak to wine, I can't speak to beer or anything else, but within our community,
Ohio's not slowing up. We're not. I mean,
good.
They had two.
You guys were number 4.
We had
2 years ago.
We had 2 Buffalo Trace events, one in Cincinnati and then one in Cleveland for 500 bottles on a raffle. And in Cincinnati, 1,500 people show up, and in Cleveland, 2,000 people show up to a liquor store to buy 5. I mean, it's not. There's no way. I'm just sitting there looking at the crowds. I'm like, I was gonna go up, but once Ann told me what was going on, I'm like, I have no chance. I never win anything anyways. But to go there, and both Matt and Steve that were up there, Greg knows Matt, they got nothing. So that's how strong it is that they want to do a raffle kind of lottery thing from a couple liquor stores where you'd think maybe 200-300 people would get. No, it's 2,000 people show up. It's crazy. So yes, when it comes to, I think when you're talking these type of bottles, the bottles that win the spirit, the San Francisco Spirits, all the awards and everything, these bottles are sought after, and anybody who's smaller and either a craft distiller or blenders or whatever, and they're not a big guy trying to sell mass volume. The slow up is definitely in the mass volume. I mean, that's where the slow up is. I don't see it, especially in Ohio. I do not see a slow up for allocated or these type of bottles. People have paid. I mean, they had one bottle of just Eagle Rare 25 for $10,000, and it's sold. I mean, it's nuts. I mean, what sold? I mean, there was, I was looking at, what's sold, and I'm just like, this is crazy. It's not, that part is not slowing up. So it's good to know.
Good.
You guys are in a really good thing. And, as you said, Ohio was 4 faster. Now you guys are not quite in Ohio yet, correct?
Only online.
Okay.
Only online. We are working. I mean, it goes back to the wind in our sails, right? Mm-hmm. Because the industry, from the big boys to even us, it's been hard and it's slowing down. Though I think we have a lot of, I'll call it micro momentum. I think, Greg, you would agree with that. I mean, Fox News winning the best small business in America 250 award. So we have a lot of these great different, things. I mean, I I forget how many books people have put us in. So that's another great honor. We've been in like 14 books, guys. That's crazy. 14
Wow, that's
major
awesome.
novels by major action writers, right? Jack Carr just put us in his latest novel. That's kind of cool. That's like really cool.
Yeah.
So you get these things, but it's still, we're working on expanding our traditional footprint.
What's really cool is he puts you in his novel. Hopefully it becomes a movie eventually. And, in like 75 years, people are like 4 branches, it just, that's the cool part of it.
So I'm gonna give your audience a little Easter egg. In October, the next one of the number one streaming series that hit the net on Netflix was Terminal List. You guys ever see that one?
No.
With Chris Pratt?
No, but I should.
Watch it. So it was like the number one streaming show for Netflix when it came out. They're doing the second series. So be on the lookout for something very special in that series.
Well, I mean, your marketing of this is impressing me. I mean, I see a lot of people and how they do their marketing, and it's like you're doing a great job. I mean, that's how you get it. You can call it micro, but this is something that you're taking advantage of that is 100% that can roll a brand, just start the ball rolling. There's no doubt about it. People want it. The first part of any brand, as Gregg knows, you got to get good whiskey in the bottle. But then what happens after you have the good whiskey in the bottle is very, very important. And, you could put the best whiskey that was ever made into a bottle, but if you don't get it out there properly, nobody's going to drink it, Right. And it's like when they make a choice on a shelf or whatever, you guys have to be out there yourself personally, as you are, and Gregg and whatever. And, you get into Ohio and the 4 Branches tour, I'm in.
We'll hold you to it.
To that point, I mean, Rick keeps talking about winning the sales, and that's exactly what we need. We've got the founders are awesome, got a great story, a great mission, and a great quality product, and we're only in 7 markets. Okay, you got to have the capital backing to really expand. I'd love to be in Ohio because I know how valuable the Ohio market is. Wisconsin the same way, New Hampshire the same way. There's so many markets out there that would love to have this brand. You mentioned Ann Dimick. Ann has mentioned to me a couple of times. She'd love to get it to Ohio. She's on the Liquor Commission in Ohio. Yep. And it's just a matter, we've got to get the capital backing to make all that happen. So hopefully with a little luck and real persistence, we'll get there.
Well, you're working the right channels. I mean, Fox Business, get that out there to the business people. They see it, and let them know. That's also the key. What they're going into, and I understand, as you were saying, it's probably not as It's probably not as easy to get the capital backing as it was maybe 5 years ago.
100% correct. 100% correct.
But with that said, once you prove to the people that you're doing the right things and you 100% are doing the right things, the capital backing is there, right? I mean, it's there to be, but it's a process, and Gregg's explaining, wind in the sails, and then you gotta kind of, you don't want to overdo it, because overdoing it leads to, we see what some people who overdid it, but most of the time, what I've seen when people overdo it, they don't have quite the same quality juice that's going in the bottle that you've got. And you're doing all the right things, and we're excited for this brand, even more so than we were last year. And you got some questions there, Super Nash?
I think you're pretty much covering everything so far. Yeah, I'm liking what I'm hearing.
Okay. Good. I'm gonna get you samples of this one for sure.
Yeah,
you'll enjoy this one.
I can't wait to taste it. Yeah.
As far
I'm sure I will.
I'll get them off of both of them. I'll send them down to you. I got a bunch of stuff to send you, and then maybe when we're in like later July, we'll do a 250th anniversary blind tasting with all the. I'll get you though. We'll just do that.
That'll work.
I don't know if I'll know what this is, Greg. Yeah, I mean,
That will stand out.
it is definitely distinctive. I mean, it's not the normal. It's not everything that you've, they're now the car as any time that you've had a couple pours in your Glen, you start to really pick up the caramel now. I'm picking up that caramel. So it's fantastic. So where are we going next?
Good job.
After we celebrate this big holiday, and what's the direction? What's the next direction that Four Branches is gonna go?
Well, I think it's, a side note to that, you said after the 4th, September, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, we are going to be at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival this year.
100%. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, we don't have a Kentucky DSP license. And so, of course, we partner with Bardstown Bourbon Company, which is owned by Lofted Spirits. And Lofted Spirits will have a booth there. And so we'll dovetail with them through their booth and have product available for sale at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival this year. So hopefully we'll see you guys there as well.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, you'll
They
see.
were gracious enough to invite us.
You most definitely will.
We'll have our work cut out, Greg. They gave me the case count. I think we can get it done in 2 days.
Awesome.
I will.
Right.
Awesome.
I will say, I know that Greg signs bottles really, really well, and just all I'm going to say is, in your tent, just make sure that you give him a fan, because he can't be sweating.
That's right. Well, Greg, I'm going to ask him for more because, look, if it's anything, I mean, when I went to Fort Knox with Nick last year, I did double digits by myself. So with you and me there, I don't want to sell out.
Well, that's the key. I mean, I know they limited us. I think we're there 2 days, if I'm not mistaken. And each day we can sell one of our products, not the whole range, is what I understood. And so hopefully the first day we can sell maybe the Founders Reserve, the second day, maybe the Founders Blend or whatever we've got.
Continental,
of Continental or whatever. But you don't want to run out. You want to make sure they've got more than enough on stock. We can put it back in if we have to. We just, we tax pay it when you take it out, and we'll have a tax paid area they can hold it in. So,
yeah. So, so we got that coming in September, and then we get into, that October, November, December time frame. So our goal during that period is we're really continued to get our name out there. And then the bigger, I guess, strategic picture of where Four Branches goes next is get to 2027 and be able to expand our footprint, right? We've kind of taken the beach at Normandy, so to speak, but now we need to push in. We need to push in a little further and go inland, and that is the goal for 2027. Always be on the lookout because we will always do a special LTO every year, limited time offering. For this year, it's the Liberty Reserve. I think Greg and I, we're going, and the rest of the team, we're going to circle up, and we've got some ideas moving forward for the next one that could be really cool, really fun. And I think we have some great possibilities and options. And
I'll just throw this out. I mean, I think you should. It's Four Branches. Some of the specialties that you put out should highlight each individual branch, so that people collect one bottle for all four. Yeah, okay. I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah, obviously you probably thought of that. So anyways.
And that's the beauty of Four Grains.
Yeah.
Oh, and also I will tell you that at one point you got to put the American flag on there. Just boom, the American flag edition. I mean, you have so much. You could make
so many possibilities.
You could make a tank. You could make a tank
that's right.
version.
That's right
You could
here.
make a B-50. You could make a fighter plane version. I mean, man.
It's endless. It's
I mean,
endless.
just wait. I mean, think about this. Jet fuel uses distilled spirits to make jet fuel, and then you've got and somehow you tie that together. F6.
Well,
I mean, I'm in for the
I'm talking Jeff here. Okay.
F16
Come
bottle.
on.
F16 bottle.
If anybody is
Oh,
listening
my
out
God.
there, our goal, the ultimate coup, and I want to be the first one, is I want to be the first. We want to be the first company to put a barrel in space, and I will dedicate that to the Space Force.
There you go.
Oh, now we're talking.
Elon
Wait. We just
Yeah.
need to start talking to Elon. He'll put a barrel in.
We'll call it. Look, we already got the name. We'll call it Space Juice.
Has anybody?
Space juice.
Well, here's one. I know that's not. This is just for fun, but has anybody ever been drunk in space? Have they tried to
think
see
so.
what alcohol does to somebody in space? I mean,
I'm willing to bet the answer is no.
so in other words, they don't want to even do the experiment to see what the difference is drinking in zero gravity. Does it?
I'm willing.
That would be
I'm willing to bet it's
interesting.
no. I said, hey, you know what? For scientific purposes, they should take a couple of bottles of Four Branches up to space.
Yes,
There you go.
absolutely.
In the name of research and science, put a couple of Founders
Wait.
Reserve in space.
All you got to do is we got to contact Elon and tell him that he has to take the SpaceX release up into space.
That's right. Yeah.
There you go. I mean, it's endless, right?
Yeah.
So-
there are. Yeah, it truly is endless.
All right, everybody. It's like we're headed towards the 4th. We just keep getting. I'm glad we were able to get this one in. CT says he had when I booked this, he had a previous engagement. He is just everywhere. Whether it's a bourbon event or all the graduation events or whatever. I mean, the man is busy and has been doing a lot of good things for the podcast. So. I want to, throw it out there for him. We're sad. He was sad he was going to miss it tonight because he couldn't change.
He's been doing some charity work too himself. So yeah, he's really been busy. Kudos.
Sarah Evans, I believe you know her, Greg. She was on the bus tour last year. She says, drinking in space would be a great experiment, says the scientist. Okay. So, all right. So let's finish this up. We'll do so give us the lowdown on the website and everything, and so how people can connect and get what they need to get to be able to purchase what you have through you, and just give us the whole that part of the marketing. And then we'll finish up. And if you guys want to stick around for a few minutes, I don't know, because there's a couple people that have probably come on and want to ask some questions. It's just
No worries. So,
and as Rick, I want you to know, anytime you gotta go, just say, I gotta go, guys. That's kind of how this works, because these guys will talk, as Greg knows, all the way into the wee nights. So.
well, I won't be going into the weeds.
No, me neither. I gotta get this.
That's my bedtime.
I gotta get it uploaded and get it going. And so let's see. Well, there was one more. Let's see. I will volunteer to drink 4 Branch. Oh, so Kirk put a super chat up that he'll actually go to space to drink the bourbon.
I'm sure he's in a long line of people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
All right. So how does everybody find 4 Branches?
Everybody can find us online at www.4branches. You have to spell it out. FOUR branches.com. And when you go there, you can see you can go to shop right there. It's one of the buttons right up there, and it'll bring you to our different products, right? Our Founders Blend we still have, which that's becoming an endangered species. If you want some 4 Branches memorabilia and some history, you buy the Founders Blend because it's not coming back, right? Then we've got the Founders Reserve. We have our Continental. We have our Liberty Reserve. We have a bottle that I can't reach it because it's across from me. But we have a very big charity give back bottle, our Folds of Honor bottle. We did that's a $50 give back for every bottle purchase that goes to Folds of Honor. which does scholarships for Gold Star children and first responders and their families. So all our products are at www.fourbranches.com. You can hit our info if you have questions for us, and where myself or my wife or my partners, we respond to everyone personally. All right, don't go to some marketing company that comes to what I'm speaking to you on right here, this laptop.
Well, that's awesome. And it's kind of like, that's kind of how I am. And I was talking to Roxy that I don't know if I can keep doing this. It's so big. It's just kind of like all day, every day, I'm getting contacted by like so many people. I'm like, we got to figure this out. It's getting bigger. And as Gregg knows, the guests that we've been having, and was so honored to have you, Rick, to come on tonight. But we've had so many guests, and it's just starting to get going. And I hope tonight's podcast, everybody in Ohio, go to the website. You can purchase there, and they can ship to Ohio, and that's a key thing. So
look, Ohio, we don't want you to be number 4. We want you to be number 1 online.
There you go. All right, everybody. Thanks, Rick. Thanks, Gregg. We'll finish up this part of it. We'll play the final theme song, and I will send the invite to everybody on Facebook to join us. Anybody who wants to. All right, www.scotchybourbonboys.com for all things Scotchy Bourbon Boys. We have Glencairn's t-shirts. We're working on some new ones. I'll just throw that out there. And then remember, we're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, and also iHeart, Spotify, and Apple. And remember, whether you watch us or you listen to us, make sure that you leave us good feedback, become members, leave super chats. Thanks again to Kirk for leaving a couple super chats. And then also remember, good bourbon equals good times with good friends. Make sure you drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. And Super Nash,
live your life uncut and unfiltered.
And did I lose it?
Cheers.
Let's see. It was here before. Okay, come on. Where did it go? Is that it? Yep, there it is. AI will take us out.
On the floor, working hard all day till you can't no more. Life rolls on, but the choice is yours. How you play it out when you walk through that door. One bottle, one drink, one pour. That's what the Scotchy Bourbon Boys got in store. Tuesdays, Thursdays, come pull up a seat. We'll taste through the whiskey on the rocks and knees. Bourbon Scotch or a good old rye. Japanese, Irish, yeah, we'll tell you why. So wherever you're sipping, near or far, tune in with us from your home or your car. One bottle, one drink, one pour. That's the podcast you've been looking for.
All right, there that is. Oh, we got Kirk in. All right, everybody's coming in. All right, who's next? All right, hey, John.
John. Say, guys.
Kirk.
Cheers, guys. Good to see you.
Cheers,
Hey,
guys.
Amazing. This is Flacco still with us?
Yeah, Franco.
Okay,
Franco,
I
yeah,
don't see her. Okay, sorry about that. Great podcast tonight. I'm a history buff, and I've got a dad that was a colonel, retired, and I've got a son over in 2nd Cav in Vilseck, Germany, Rose Barracks right now. We'll be over there next week to visit him. This podcast, this 4-branch thing, I'm only drinking some of your stuff here, Greg, because my 4 branches, I didn't make it back for UPS today for me to sign the deal kind of thing.
Yeah.
And there's another little nugget that Rick didn't mention that's in there too. They had a challenge coin, and you can bet I picked that up for
That's
sure.
right. We do have a challenge going.
I did get
That's-
one of
that's-
those.
That's really cool, and I'll let it go here to other people. But I wanted to say, Greg, good job on this too, by the way. This podcast here demands decorum and reverence, and that just makes my hair stand up. And that's over and above the history of bourbon and how it's been involved in every event in our nation's history. But you guys are keeping that thing moving forward. You're pushing the line forward, and that's all what we need to do as patriotic Americans. So much respect for you, Greg. Much respect for you, Rick. You just moved to the top of my list on some. My bar will never be without 4 branches in it ever again.
Thank you.
We'll put it that way. Yeah. So
Awesome.
great job.
Good job, Kurt.
Perfect.
This is a good podcast, guys. I enjoyed being here, and Tiny and Super Nash and everybody. I really appreciate that. You guys have us on and put us out to your audience, because it is. I mean, look, in the big picture of things, we are just still a pebble, a grain of sand when it comes to name recognition, because it takes name recognition to realize, like, that's the bourbon I want on my back bar. That's the bourbon I'm buying for gifts for a retirement, a promotion, the birth of a child, whatever it may be. We are absolutely every day fighting to get it out there, and so we're trying our hardest. It's not easy.
Well, I'll say you definitely kick-started this, and you got some good backing behind you and the right people behind you. And this nation, I think, and over the next quite a few years here, is just going to get more and more patriotic, and that honestly is what we need. So thank you for helping foster it. And then one last thing in my mind, my son's been showcased in Military Times magazine and that, and I said one thing too that really resonates for me and will forever, that even after you're out, that our most valuable citizens are the people that served our nation. And so they definitely need decorum, respect, reverence, those kind of things. So thanks, Rick, for what you did for our country. And like I said, keep the ball moving forward, and great. Keep helping them out, buddy. I appreciate that.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Kirk. Appreciate that. Yeah, Kirk lives in, just so you know, Rick, out in Montana. And John's
Montana.
on there too.
Columbus, so by Big
I'm here,
Timber,
Greg.
Yellowstone, right kick off to the Beartooth Mountains. So
I know the area fairly well. I used to live in Manhattan, Montana.
oh yeah, we played, and they're in our district for football. So yes, Manhattan is. We travel there quite a bit. I've got a lot of businesses that I do business with over in Belgrade, Manhattan, Bozeman, and stuff like that. But you probably take care of yourself. But standing offer to good people that are on here, I've got plenty of room at my place, and this is a launching pad for a lot of people. And you don't need to pay for anything. We'll pick you up to the airport, and you can take one of my vehicles. That's what insurance is for.
I love it. No, I appreciate it. We've been back to Montana almost every year. We skipped last year. I have a good friend, so I worked in Montana for a year.
Oh, okay.
I worked out of Manhattan, the Bozeman area. I was a chief operations officer for heroesandhorses.org. Heroes and Horses.
I'm familiar.
Yeah,
I'm
so
familiar.
the CEO is a good friend of mine. He used to work for me in the agency.
Oh,
in the
wow.
CIA. He worked for me. I was the boss. And then he called me and said, "Hey, would you come work for me?" I said, "Absolutely."
Now I'm your boss. Yeah, that's great.
It kind of helped kickstart that program. And now, 8 years later, they've raised $6 million. They have a ranch outside of in New Virginia, outside of Venice, and they are doing great. He's actually reached out to me for some other projects, which we'll have a discussion tomorrow, because if it can be put together, I'll help him out on that project. It's near and dear, it's passion.
Maybe I'm working a little bit with COPS, a nonprofit organization, fallen officers and people. They're partners that have to deal with fallen officers and stuff, maybe I should bring you guys along for what I'm trying to do with some distillery events in the state of Montana.
Yeah.
Nonprofits is where it's at. That gets the word out to more people. It brings more community together. It wraps around bourbon and barbecue and things like that. And so,
Well, are you familiar with? Do you know Willie from Willie's Distillery?
I was just up in Whitefish not too long ago and met him and some of their other distillers. And when I get my show going, they said, yes, absolutely, Kirk, we will definitely interview with you and stuff. So
Yeah,
this
good.
first couple of years will just be Montana distillers to launch this kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I'm just impressed. I'm impressed. I really am impressed. The Four Branches thing, the play on the Four Branches, it's just up from here. It's just up from here. I hope you guys find all the capital that you need. Shoot, I'll buy some shares tomorrow if I have to. Kind of thing.
I might be emailing you. Make sure I get your contact information.
Yeah. So you're CIA. So Kirk.Ivankovich@gmail.com. That's not Russian. That's Croatian.
It's already in the system. I already got your routing numbers. We're good.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, my son did study Russian, so yeah, over in Riga, Latvia last year or a couple years ago for his senior year. But anyway, I love this, and you hit the right podcast too. The Scotchy Bourbon boys, I ran into them about 3 months ago, and the uncut, unfiltered, but the blue collar thing is very impressive. I watched some other guys, but it's very cut. It's a lot of tape on the cutting room and things like this. This is blue collar. This is really where it's at, and I think it resonates with a lot of people. It really does. It's inclusive, not exclusive. There's the difference.
And you hit the nail on the head with that one, and it's about authenticity. It's about being real.
Yeah.
I used to tell people, worked with a lot of special forces this, special forces that, SEAL this, Delta that, this or that. And I'm like, guys, I'm none of that. I'm a straight leg infantry officer. United States Marine Corps infantry officer, jumped out of a few planes, just did the job. And I'm doing it as good as you or you or you. And we would catch guys that would over-exaggerate their backgrounds. And I'm like, just be comfortable in your own fucking skin.
Oh,
Be who you
100%.
are, and you'll have no problems. Don't.
100%.
That's
I wish I would have known that when I was about 20 years old, but
Yeah. It takes a little
stand
bit
for
of
the
gray
flag,
hair.
kneel for the cross kind of thing,
Yeah.
and civis pacca parabellum. So,
Yeah. So it's but it's just being authentic, and that's what I like about Tiny and Super Nash and Greg introducing us to you guys and getting us on here. I appreciate it because that's what it's about, and that's what resonates from what I've seen I've done hundreds of tastings by now. 3 years it's in the hundreds. Man, we just emotionally connect because I think the last number I looked at was like 17 million veterans, 1.8 million active duty, and then you add first responder. Everybody knows somebody. Your son is serving. Everybody knows somebody, a friend from high school, a cousin, a brother, name it. It's a spider web that is interconnected.
Yep.
And we just happen to touch everybody, right? Just because of our backgrounds, because, hey, I had a dad in the Air Force. Well, Mike was in the Air Force. I had a dad who was an Army Green Beret. Well, RJ was that. I had a dad who was, or a sister or whatever, was in the agent CIA or in the Marines. Well, so it's not really about us. And eventually, I should have said this on the podcast, fine. Eventually, in enough years, it won't be about Rick, Mike, Harold, and RJ. It's going to be about, Sergeant Major. I can't pronounce your last name, Kirk, but your son's.
that's okay. I can't half the time either.
But it's going to be their brand, right? The dream is some sergeant, some second lieutenant, some captain walks into a bar and says, I can picture the scene in my head. Walks into the bar. It's been a rough one. Hey, give me my brand. What's that? Give me the Four Branches.
They do it. We do
4%.
it in football once in a while. Maybe we should just come up with this thing on a commercial or something like that. Just 4.
Just
You
full.
walk into a board just full,
Boom. You walk in, just go boom.
just boom. Yeah.
The guy
Eventually, everybody will
pours it.
know.
Get you a pour. That's it. That's where we got to get to. When we got there, and it's not our names are just associated, but any service member, first responder walks in and just goes. Bartender goes and grabs it.
I mean,
a pour, and here you go.
There you go.
Well,
That's the vision.
I have a couple questions, Rick, real quick.
Yeah.
What was better, being his boss or working for him?
Being his boss.
Okay. All right. And people in when you go to Kentucky, one of the things about this bourbon is that not only does it represent the military, but it also represents, because a branch is a creek in Kentucky. I mean, that's what they are. They're creeks in Kentucky. Those are branches. So there's Limestone Branch. There's, the different distilleries are on branches, and then so you've got 4 branches. So there's even more ways to connect what it is. It's a connection of all the branches together, but the branch is also a stream. I mean, so I was just thinking about that also, how it translates into
That's
bourbon.
where the old term, I don't know if you heard the term bourbon and branch. That's an old term, is bourbon and branch water, what it was basically.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Oh, look at that. I mean,
Hey,
we
Walker.
have so many different ways we can go.
Greg. Cheers, brother.
Gentlemen, please excuse me, but I'm going to have to cut out here. I got to take care of some service reports and a little bit of office work.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you,
Super
Super
Nash. Good seeing
Nash.
you, Martin.
Thank
Martin,
you,
Martin,
guys.
you
I'm
too.
going to do the same. I got
Greg,
one
Rick.
to get in bed here.
Yes, we understand, Rick.
John, Kurt, Tiny, Walker, appreciate
guys.
all you guys.
Love you,
We're
brother.
walking into the restaurants and bars and just doing that until they give you 4 branches.
There you
Well,
go.
I'll spread the word
That's what
around
I'm gonna
here.
leave
It's
you
not
with right
Montana
there.
yet, but I'll get it around here once it's here. 4.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm going to leave you guys
They've
with that
ordered it
right
in
there.
Montana. They've got it. You can go to a liquor store in Montana and order it. We're shipping 3 cases already.
That's cool. I actually just ordered through you guys, and that's how I got the challenge coin thing and all that.
Okay.
So, but
But-
yeah, that's great.
Your local liquor stores, or we've been sending it there for about a year and a half now. Special order. Someone goes in and says, "Hey, I want it." So I just saw 3 orders come across the desk the other day for 3 cases.
All right.
I've been spreading the word, that's for sure. And
Love it.
I learned it from Scotchy Bourbon Boys. That's where I learned about the 4 branches. So,
Yeah.
That works perfectly. Well, thank you, gentlemen. Have a good one.
Yep. Thanks,
Thank
Rick.
y'all.
Good night.
Appreciate all
Good
y'all.
night,
Bye,
Mark.
buddy.
All right.
All right, see y'all.
Good night.
Yeah,
Oh, he's out.
well,
Nope. Rick
Poor
must have left
Walker, he
too.
just got home.
yeah, I was trying to get something in edgewise, but couldn't. All right.
Well,
Another chance.
well, you can always now we're talking active military right there, but you can tell it to Greg.
That's fine. He knows. So Greg and I talked about this way back before I left. So we've pretty much said most of that. I guess my only other thing that I'm trying to think of is whether RJ did the tasting at Fort Knox, probably, because I didn't think I met Rick, and I think I would have known if I met Rick or Mike. So
Yeah.
it's probably
It's
RJ.
probably RJ. RJ's the green beret in the bunch. Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's
they
probably
do
RJ.
they all share equally? Are they all doing
Share
tastings
what?
equally? Are they
Company?
all
Yeah, they're
promoting
spread
equally?
out. I mean, RJ does a lot. I mean, he does a lot of movie consulting, and he's all over the world doing that. But he lives part-time in Florida and part-time in Maryland. I think Harold Underdown, the former Navy SEAL, Harold lives in the Virginia area. Rick lives in Tennessee, and then Mike Trott, the Air Force entity, lives in Arizona. So they're spread out.
Okay.
Yeah, he lives 3 hours north of me in Phoenix.
And again, it's been so hard. I mean, they've had some potential investors, and it's just the situation of the current market. A lot of people are gun shy right now. They're just not willing to invest the money that it takes to expand. Demand's there. I mean, we've got people demanding, and a lot of people just don't like going online ordering stuff like that. But I mean, that's the biggest part of their sales is online. So I don't know. Hopefully we get there sometime. It's got a great opportunity, I think.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I'm
they're
gonna look at it again and see if I can get what I need.
they're doing the right thing. You know, they're doing it. Yeah, that's interesting. I think this is even a more special bottle because there's no number and it's a taster bottle.
It is, yeah. I made sure I had enough in the barrels to cover the 1,776 bottles, and then a few additional cases for sampling. It didn't get numbered, so yeah.
Okay.
Well, I
Well,
can't wait to find
Tasting,
out what my
believing.
number is.
Once you taste it, you're gonna buy it. I'm telling you, it's so good. It's so freaking good.
well, I will tell you that it doesn't have a number, but this is the bottle I want you to first sign for Four Branches.
Well, I'll see you in Kentucky in September. Hopefully,
Well,
we'll see.
yeah, for sure. You will see us in
If not
September.
sooner.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I
want
guess
to
where I'm
sign
going to
that
dinner.
one?
I guess where Susan and I are going to dinner tomorrow night.
Oh, wait, you're gonna go
You get one guess.
tell Al hi.
White Castle.
Oh well.
How's Al? How is Al doing? I mean, is everything good there?
Last I saw him, he seems to be doing okay.
Okay. So all of that, everything that he went through personally has settled down.
Yes, I don't know. I mean, Ivory's she's back here. Matter of fact, she's helping out over in Greenville. There's a horse riding stable, and so she's been kind of helping over there, kind of leading horse rides and that. But as far as I know, everything's fine. She spent a time when she wanted to live in Hawaii for a couple months, and she did.
Then she got island fever and wanted to get the hell out of there.
I tell you, she loves it. I mean, there's no doubt she loves it. But,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, you have a saying for that in my family, Greg. You might have a similar saying. It's a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true about Hawaii. I couldn't afford to live there.
Oh God, that's expensive there.
Yeah, it is.
It's traffic ridden because they got nowhere to go.
I used to say that about New York, and now it's not a nice place to visit anymore.
No,
You are correct, my friend.
Stay the fuck out of there.
They're not getting any of my money.
There's so many, I've been there, done
They'll
that.
try, Kirk, but hey.
Yeah.
If they keep going the way they're going, they're going to lose Wall Street to Texas and Chicago. And
Damn
Chicago's
right.
not too far behind New York.
I don't know.
No, yeah,
I don't think it's going to Chicago either. It's
No.
going to go to
It might
Texas
not. It might go to
because
Texas.
Chicago's losing too. I mean, it's just not.
We are losing population like there's no tomorrow.
Plus, how
Go figure.
what's up with the Bears right now? Did they make a play to keep them, or I mean, will they actually move
It's
them?
all political leverage, dude. We'll find out. It doesn't matter at this point. They still got to be in Soldier Field, and
They got to
their
be in
move is
Soldier.
right
They got to
now,
be in Soldier Field till 32. I mean, we're still talking
so-
6 more years.
yeah.
Right.
So they're not. I don't think they're in a huge hurry. But Hammond is literally right over the border.
Well,
I mean, it's right there.
I don't care. I don't care what you say. It's a hop
all
skip.
tax paid,
It is. And if they let them go to Indiana, that's a crime for one, and two.
Well,
if you build over the border, they can do a lot more stuff. But at the same time, it's like, someone's trying to say it's like all the other teams. The only team for God's sakes, the Baltimore Colts became the Indianapolis Colts. That's all I got to say.
Right.
They're not going to.
here's the thing. All these other teams, they decided not to settle in the main city, right? But they'll use the city name or the state name.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest difference here is the damn taxation. That's the problem. And all you have to do is jump over the border.
Right.
And you're still within Chicago.
They're going to be the Bears.
Your tax, Jeff. I went over the border. Okay, and I know we're live. Who cares? To get some 4th of July poppers. Boom, boom, boom. Right.
Yeah.
So I go over there. Gas is $1.10 cheaper per gallon.
It is.
Yep.
It's
50 miles away
nothing more. It's nothing more than a political taxation bullshit.
Oh,
thing.
it's
And anybody
100%. It's not political.
Anybody who's on live right now on Facebook and YouTube, and you're in Illinois, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
No,
It's
we
bullshit.
It is. They're going to leave. They would leave because they can make more money. And then the players, and then that hurts. I mean, I don't care what you say. When you have Chicago Soldier Field and you have every single athlete paying taxes to the state of Illinois and to the Chicago and whatever, and you have the ownership doing it, and all of a sudden they move to Indianapolis, who are they going to be paying taxes to? Indiana. It's going to be cheaper. It's going to be better for them, but that's who, and all that revenue from in Chicago is gone. It's just gone. Yep. Even the freaking, revenue from sales of jerseys. You can call it, it's all gone. And that hurts a city. A main city needs a football team.
Jeff, and people know this. They don't care. They don't see it that way. It is merely
that's just a crime.
It is sad.
I mean, and I won't be able to hate.
It's the state of where we're at in the country.
I won't be able to hate the Indiana Bears as much as I hate the Chicago Bears, and that's a crime too. I mean, you guys all hate the Packers, and I hate the Bears, and that's just the way it is. But when they move to Indiana, it's gonna I don't hate Indiana teams.
Yeah, whatever. I mean,
go Hoosiers.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's garbage.
It is. I'm for you. They better figure it out. They gotta keep them. You can't.
I don't know if they will.
Well, then,
and I don't.
Will Chicago people hate Packers as much anymore? I mean, will they not hate us because they don't got a team?
We're stupid enough to do that, Jeff. So come on, some people are. So you know my answer to that, brother.
You're not. You are not stupid.
I gotta run, guys.
All right.
It's past my bedtime.
Okay, thanks, Greg. Thank you so much.
Enjoyed it tonight. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, it's 10. Love you, brother.
See ya.
So much. Thank you.
Man. Take care.
All right. Good night.
Hey, Jeff, kill Facebook and YouTube, man.
Steve's not gonna like you. He does not want it. He always hates when Randy tells me to kill it. Now you want me to? I'll kill it.
Jump on freaking Zoom, bro. Come on,
brother. We can use you on here.
Yeah, man. It's a little more fun. Sorry, YouTube and Facebook. We get a little emotional sometimes, and we wear our hearts on our sleeves, and we say things that sometimes
I don't know. What did you say so bad? That wasn't bad. You just don't want them to move either.
I mean, just reminded all the comics that back in the day when actually Saturday Night Live was really fun, rolling over in their graves right now.
Yep.
Now the Bears won't be the Bears. It'll be like the Bears.
Yeah.
I'll end with that. I'll end with that. Thanks, Kurt.
Anyway.
The Bears.
It'll still be the same. And people will get over it. It's kind of like, you lose a dog and it comes back 5 years later, or, it's kind of like, unfortunately, death, and you mourn, but you get over it and life goes on, right? I mean, that's what's going to happen. I don't think people are going to care in the long run. The bottom line is that the Bears brass and team, who are billionaires, asking for subsidies and tax is crazy. But number two, our Illinois government could have probably done it, but they won't because they're spending it in so many other places and stealing it from so many other funds. And you guys know where I'm going with this. It's going to other places that illegally shouldn't be. And
nobody's happy.
They're holding each other hostage. And as a fan, I sit back and go, I don't give a shit at this point. I got my paycheck and this to worry about. I don't care what they do. It's nothing. This all games right now, and all these people let them have.
That's what the Vikings did.
Fuck? That's what TV's for.
The taxpayers paid for it.
Yep.
Right.
Well,
watch. It'll be some days. It'll be the Chicago Rams.
I mean, St. Louis was close enough a while ago. So
all I can tell you is not the move into Chicago. No, I can't see that. I will tell you.
Nobody's going to come here, man.
My opinion, John, is that it's ridiculous because I've been through this in Milwaukee when they built whatever. One, somebody can come up. we're not on Facebook or
Basketball
YouTube,
stadium.
but Trump has proved 1 billion times. There's billions of dollars out there to build a new stadium. There's billions of dollars, and you could do it privately, but you have to share. And so the family itself is trying, and they're trying to do things, and like you said, Indiana can offer a better deal because of the fact that they're not so fucked up in the fact that they're not woke bullshit, and they're not
mismanaging their money. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, they don't got Pritzker stealing all the money. That fucker went in there, and it got even worse. He fucking went in there.
The Democrats. We've been controlled by Democrats for 60 plus years.
Yeah,
okay?
but
We've
until
had
recent
governors, but nothing gets done.
Yes, but John, they used to just manage poorly, but now they're fucking actually just stealing all the money and sending it overseas. And then laundering it, and then laundering it back to themselves, but sharing it with the fucking Somalians and the fucking. It's like in Ohio they're doing the same shit. And you know what? They need to actually seriously be strung up by their balls in public and have them chopped off. Fuck those people. I just don't understand how the fuck if I walk into the bank and I tell them to give me all the fucking money, I'm going to go put it on an airlines and go fucking launder it in Somalia. They'd be like, fuck you. That's not happening. And if I tried to do it illegally, they'd arrest me. How are these motherfuckers not being put in jail? I'm so fucking sick of the fucking bullshit.
It's all part of the, it's all part of the deep state agenda. Why do you think they can't get the SAVE Act passed? One fucking guy from North Dakota, fucking Thune, needs to go. If that guy doesn't get his ass beat, he's the one holding this up.
Well, Trump fucking got his attention.
He wants to play old boy baseball from Washington.
Yeah, he did.
That
I was
shit's
wondering
gone.
why that was happening this week.
He's wrapped around the Bakken money for oil.
But
I read a little deeper, and I was sitting there going, he's saying it's time for you to get serious about the SAVE Act. I get that everybody wants this. We need the SAVE Act. Make it happen.
Trump, yeah. And he goes, you guys can all, Trump's like, you guys all can fuck off. You're all bipartisan on this bullshit deal. Fuck you. I ain't signing it until you start fucking putting legislature that's worth a shit. And when you look into that.
Shows to them.
What?
It's not America first on them. It's their interests first.
Well, of course. And
what this is.
And
there's
Trump.
Not enough of us to do anything about
They're
it.
all getting. They're all getting scared because the person who's coming up next is J.D. Vance, and it's J.D. Vance.
Or Marco.
Well, no.
Rubio might be the one.
No,
JD's got mud on his face because of the Iran deal. Marco
you can sit there. You can sit there and say he has mud on his face, but the young kids, my son, 25 years old, they don't want Rubio. They want Vance. Vance is going to be just like Rubio was supposed to be the vice president, and then Vance went in, and then Trump won. Vance will be the president. Maybe Rubio will be the vice president.
DeSantis, don't forget about DeSantis, what he's doing with Florida.
Well, yeah, but I don't think
with either of those outcomes.
I don't think,
to be clear.
I don't think as far as vice president, I'm just telling you, Vance right now is the most appealing politician that's not Trump for the Republic. If they show my guy who does all that I follow, that does all the polls. Yeah, that's a fucking amazing movie too. You got to watch that. But the guy that does all the polls, he kicks Gavin Newsom's ass. He kicks Kamala's ass. He kicks everybody's ass. He doesn't even run Rubio against them because we already know that Vance is the polished version of an ass kicker, and he's learning from Trump. Where, in my opinion, Rubio,
he's a former Marine.
I just think he's the perfect candidate, and it's like Trump's doing exactly what he needs to do. They still fucking hate Trump. Trump ain't running in 28. You can hate him all you want. He's done.
and they'll be gone.
Trump will
He'll
be
be
dead
gone.
on his grave.
Well, I don't think
and
he'll be
still
gone.
hating
I
on
think
him
if
'cause
I
they're crazy.
was Vance, I'd
They're too-
well
they're
Trump.
addicted to it,
He's
John.
going to be
They're
80.
addicted.
He's
They're
going to.
nuts.
Who is?
Just all these people, like I said, if once Trump passes away, and I hope it's not for a long, long time, they're still going to hate him. They're still
Oh,
going to
they
make
will.
videos about him because
They're too
they're
addicted
range,
to
they're
it.
the
Oh, no,
Marxist
it's mental
ideology has
illness.
warped their brain.
It is.
What's going on in New York?
My mother-in-law actually
So
said
what?
she hoped he died. It's mental
it's
illness.
also
I've never hoped that Nancy Pelosi or I don't want them to die. I guess
Just go
someone's
away and
giving
be
us
arrested.
thumbs up on what are we getting thumbs up on? We're on Zoom, so some people
Yeah,
are
correct.
we're live on
Maybe
Zoom.
they're
It's like who
somewhere.
gave that thumbs up? Not me.
I don't know. It said your name,
didn't.
brother.
Who?
It said your name. It said Tiny.
How can it be
Hey,
tiny?
hey,
I'm not
hey,
even.
I don't know.
Can you imagine a Vance, Kamala, or somebody else freaking debate on stage, or a Rubio,
Oh,
Kamala debate?
How would they
was
put?
a shit
Wait,
show
you
for
know
her.
what? All I gotta say is, if they put Kamala back up again, they either are the stupidest dumb fuckers ever to walk the planet. How dumb they are, or this is rigged for Vance
They're
to
gonna
win.
put another halfway.
Because
They're gonna put another halfway. They're gonna
how
put
could
another
they
halfway.
run her
AOC
again?
up there against him. Put AOC up there, please.
Oh God, I hate her.
begging them
God, I
to
hate
do
that bitch.
If there's
Well, I do too. So put her up there.
Yeah.
That bitch couldn't
Jamie will
do. That
wipe the
bitch couldn't
floor
scoop
with
two
her.
ice cream cones.
This is the funnest. Just so you know, this turned into the funnest fucking conversation ever.
Short.
She can't
What'd
make
you
a
say, Walker?
Manhattan to save her fucking life because I tried it.
Well,
in
don't.
Manhattan.
I can't make mixed drinks either because obviously
Or-
on Tuesday I went upstairs and I was like, what the fuck's going on? And all of a sudden I yacked. I'm like, and it's just like I think all the shit was expired.
You were fine.
Yeah.
You were fine,
Sure.
Tiny.
I was
You
expired.
jumped now. She's 2 scoops short of a sundae.
Yeah. I always said she's 5 cents short of a nickel.
I hate her
Yeah.
just as much as I hate Pelosi. I mean, I saw Pelosi
Oh.
today, and she's walking and talking. Why doesn't? I mean, my God, it's not even be
Corruption.
worth it. What the fuck is that fucking mummy doing in fucking politics still? And
Because they can
No different.
inside trade. That's why. That's the reason
Schumer.
they're still there.
Same.
Well, and Feinstein before Pelosi in that case, because Senator Feinstein had people, and they have recordings of this, her 2 aides saying, just do this, just say this, in the meeting, in a committee meeting.
Same now with Mitch McConnell, that fucking moron. He's an idiot too.
Well, he's more of an idiot because he didn't know when to bow out.
He hates Trump, that's why. But he hates Trump.
yeah, because Trump doesn't let him get away with his fucking psycho bullshit. It's like, what's with
Well, that's
Kentucky
dude.
fucking rhinos?
What's with any rhino
Because
though? That's the
honestly,
problem.
he made the Supreme Court
Country
nomination
first,
happen.
dude.
Made a lot of other shit happen, but he didn't bow out soon enough. I apologize. I talked over people, but he stayed 4 years too long, or 2 years too long.
They always do.
Term limits. Term limits.
Yeah, Kirk, I agree.
Did you see?
already been-
Would you vote for Pritzker on his GLP-1s?
Oh fuck! I don't even want to touch that.
That's fucking, that fucker's losing weight on GLP-1s and it's obvious. He's just popping.
You know, little fucker needs to retire and go spend his
What's
own
your
money.
what's your thing on John? John's just shaking his head.
That fucking guy in the whole Cook County
Oh God.
and all these other. I lived where I live. My county was the reddest fucking county in the whole state for so many years, and we collared Cook County, right? But they all started moving in, and they flipped this place into a purple blue county, and these white fucking women who are all emotional, and you get the minorities that come in and they get handed
Man
shit.
haters.
Yep. They just, in Trump, they hate Trump, so that, they don't like him. So boom. And that's the whole problem with the Democrats and this whole thing.
They're all Rosie
have
O'Donnell's.
but they've weaponized emotions. It's working. It's started back in the 90s slowly. I watched it as an educator, and it peaked about 2012. And when Obama got in, that fucking toilet bowl son of a bitch. That motherfucker.
Oh, John, I think he went to mute.
My God. He's
Maybe
the
I did.
CIA planted him, dude. They planted him, and he's got illegal. He's got a dead man social security. He's got everything. This
You mean
fucking guy-
Barry Santoros?
Yep, Barry Satoro.
I mean,
Yeah.
the man that his mom flew into Hawaii, had the baby, and left 9 hours later. Like, how are we supposed
his
to?
mother was the VP of the Hawaiian Bank.
So
here,
and
his dad was a big person in Africa, but his uncle just ratted him out left and
so
right.
Did his brother.
They were just
half-brother.
They're just socialist, communist infiltrators.
Yep.
And
I think they're kind of dead for a little while here. These younger kids, people keep talking about the young. My oldest son's 26 now or something like that. He was heavily indoctrinated. But when a lot of these men that are now men that were going through college watched Charlie Kirk go down on live TV and stuff, and a lot of them followed him, and a lot of them saw him on their college campuses. That resonated across this country very strongly, very strongly.
It did awaken a youth movement there, but we gotta, as a nation, we can't accept socialism, and we have to understand that in every state.
Well, but
it's
not. You say socialism. It's not socialism. It's straight up communism because But Mandami says he's socialist, and now he wants to instantaneously start confiscating land. When the government starts taking over land away from people who own it, what happens is that is communism. That's the different. And he's doing it already within fucking 6 months of being the fucking mayor? Fuck that. They're communists.
The Trojan horse, Jeff, is in the country, and it was let in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
And we are off everything. But you need to watch out for the communist, socialist, Islamists. They have triad.
Did you see that?
It's a very dangerous thing, and this is why
communists. No, you're right.
Pack the court. They have to continue to protect the Second Amendment. And
the people who should be packing the fucking court is us. Fucking get rid of the fucking filibuster. Pack the court. Fucking
McConnell. Who's the bitch from Maine? Who's, they're going to bring her back in because they're
Susan Collins because they have to because the Nazi who's running because they got to beat the Nazi.
If they turn those four around, everything passes. But those four are, and even Lindsey Graham, those fucking 4 or 5, they're so embedded into not losing their money and their interests. They're not putting America first.
No, they're so embedded into the people who run them. They're embedded into the people who run them, that pay them. That's where they get their money. They don't get their money from working. They get money that people that buy them.
If you can't look at this and then say, look, you can go and say, I'm doing this for America. And then I'm looking at everybody, right? And you're going to be called a racist 10 times over. You got to just shrug it off and go, I'm not. You can't prove that. And you look at the stars and the stripes and you say, that's what I work for.
You know how
that's what I fucking defend.
John,
we're not racist.
They got us throughout the country here. You just look at our national debt. They handed away freaking credit. They got us through our dollars, and nobody wants to speak up or do anything because they'll lose everything they fucking have. I mean, there's people out there with $300,000-$400,000 in unsecured credit that can do whatever they want that have no business doing it. And
it's the checkbook. You're right, Kirk, and I apologize for cutting you off. That's like Illinois and everywhere else. They take our money, okay, and it's a checkbook that they don't have to be accountable for. And this, like I said, this fucking fat ass here who's losing weight in our state, he's putting 50 cents per gallon gas taxes coming July 1st. They built it in. And then they're gonna raise our toll roads. Jeff, get this. Tolls are gonna go up 45 cents due to the Democrats. Okay.
Who's gonna fly in and out of through Chicago?
They're funneling money, and they have been for decades, but now they're funneling to illegals to just let them live free and say, we'll give you everything. Go vote Democrat. Keep us in power. That's all this.
That's all they want.
That's
That's
all
all they
this
want.
is. And I keep telling my dad, and my dad's like, I don't know, son. I go, I don't
That's
want
'cause
this.
he's
And I
on
think
Social
there's a lot of
Security.
people that don't, but there is another revolution coming. And we're on the doorstep, man. And
John,
I'm telling
correct
you,
me if I'm
man,
wrong though, even among the African American population, there's a lot of people that are pissed off by the illegals because they're taking housing, they're taking tax dollars, they're raising prices and costs that they don't have to pay.
John,
Even the Spanish
I will
that came in
say
legally.
that the revolution isn't coming if we can maintain Vance into 2028. If we can get the revolution will come if we put a socialist in, or we put another Democrat that fucking acts like Biden. You need at least another 8 to 12 more years of Republican to keep it from. But I think the Communist Party is going to consume the Democratic Party. And I don't think there's a backing. I think 75% of the United States doesn't want communism, and they got no chance.
80%.
But
The
we
problem-
funded China. And
Yeah, and
China's
here's-
behind a lot of it.
Yeah.
I'm telling
And all our
you,
dollars there.
it's an
There's
Islamist
still-
movement too. And
Well, I know.
we
I
have
said.
to-
Yeah, I mean,
we have to do something
that
about
psycho
because
chick, that one that's
that is
going to
what's going
Congress.
on.
Yeah, that it's just in its, you know.
They're
I mean,
putting
you,
these people in local offices and they're
There's at
working their
least
way up.
2 from
And
New York
once they
alone.
get in, it's a 150-year plan for them. As long as they start the roots and they believe that, hey, if I
Well,
die, and
yeah.
and I
I
don't see
mean,
it, but the
that's.
next
I
guy's
mean,
gonna
every
get it.
single
I'm
president of
telling
our
you, man,
founders.
onward Christian soldiers, guys. It's what it's going to be.
So
It's sad. I was born 40 years late.
Telling you, man. I hear what you're saying, Kurt.
So what I would say about it is this, is that it's not only the national level. We don't have to win New York, but we need to get some people, and I think we're getting some people who are looking at this and saying, you guys are nuts. It's not just about, hey, do I
Ohio,
prefer this or do I
pretty
prefer
much
that?
the state of Ohio is saying it, and I'm telling you,
Yeah.
they're trying to make it like it's somehow closer that Vivek's now, but you know it's funny because Vivek has his own issues on bringing in immigrants on green cards and everything. I mean,
Sure.
they're all.
But it's not an anti-American issue where he's trying to funnel money to Somalia or some bullshit like that.
Oh, yeah,
It's about
I agree.
people that want to work. It's about people that want to assimilate, and I don't mean that in the negative sense. I mean that in the positive sense.
Right. No, I agree. I'm going to have
people-
to. I can't vote for Amy Acton. I mean, I'd fucking rather shoot myself in the head than vote for that fucking cunt bitch. And she is.
Yeah.
She's a fucking worst fucking candidate ever. And I follow a guy that does polls, okay? And I did it. The last with he did the polls when Biden beat Trump. He did the polls when Trump beat fucking Kamala, and he's always dead nuts on. And right now we're holding the Senate, okay? And it's only going to get better if Trump can just keep the gas prices down and get the food costs down. I mean, he's fucked around enough on this, but he's actually, if anybody who's watching this, he's actually trying to fix a problem that's 3,000 fucking years old, and somehow the Democrats hold a fucking gun to his head that 4 months is too long.
Because they can. Because they want to talk about anything that he's doing that makes him unpopular.
But
it's a fucking popularity contest.
Well,
They don't have original idea. They have no
no
ideas.
policy. You're right.
No, there is none.
There's no
Kamala proved it.
policy.
What would you do different than the invalid? I call him the invalid now. I can't think of anything. I mean, she never answered a goddamn question. This is how she answered a question.
No.
I grew up in middle America. My dad cut his grass. and
I
and
wrote
we
one
would
sentence.
whatever. That was the answer to every fucking question. What are you going to do about Russia? Well, I grew up in Middle America. What are you going to do about Iran? I grew up in Middle America. She never answered a question. I never seen anything fucking like it.
Let him bring her back in AOC.
Yeah,
That'd be
no,
wonderful.
God damn, it pissed me off to the point where, you know, I'm not a violent person, but I seriously would have, I saw her and I want to smash her face in.
There's more things that gnaw at a man than dying. If they try to take something from me, I'll fight.
Well, and everybody will fucking.
And they'll
They
get
got.
me,
They're,
it'll take 20 men to get me out
They're
of my
not
house.
taking anything from you in the way that you're talking, because they can't. They know they have no chance. We're fucking armed. Everybody has fucking guns, and they know they're outnumbered by 1,000,000 to 1. But to do
So
this,
did Venezuela.
but to destroy, the key is to go into the blue places, destroy it. I don't understand how Pritzker's on fucking team, you know, fucking, you know, he's an Arab on team Arab, or, you know, Muslim. How the fuck is he on that fucking team?
He doesn't care as long as they keep him in power.
What? He's not, but he doesn't understand. This is like watching a movie. At one point, they're going to kill the fat fucker.
Yes, they are.
They won't. He's not in power. He's in bed with the devil.
Well, he thinks they'll eat him last, Tiny, and he's a moron.
Did you ever see? Have you guys ever watched the movie Dune? He's that floating guy. They kill him.
Yes. Yeah, they do.
It's like, how fucking stupid are you? You cocksucker.
Very, very.
And his family hates him. I mean, they hate him.
He's got a tranny brother. That's why he's so big into trans rights. Like, it's like, I don't give a shit. If you want to live in that fantasy world, then do it. But it's not going to become policy. It's, you know, that's what I said. When they put tampon dispensers in my boys' bathrooms, these kids are fucking 6 to 10. But Illinois passed that. Why? Because it was a thing.
Did they have a video camera on it? Did they have a because I would have went in and I would have like fucking take that tampon thing and fucking I would have flushed all the tampons down the toilet to plug the toilets, and I would have beat the shit out of the dispenser with a fucking baseball bat.
There was nothing in them in the first place. They just put them in just
my
because.
My sister lives over there, and they had all the furries, and they had freaking places where they could defecate in sand.
Yep.
Public school system.
It's placating. It's placating an imaginational world.
That's sad.
But that's what,
sorry guys, but at this point, I kind of would want to use that bathroom.
This is what China.
That's not quite the
and
same
it all comes
as
back to them in their destruction from within.
Oh right.
Social media.
But now they're bringing in the Muslims.
TikToks. Well, no, actually,
but
they
John's
hate
right.
Muslims.
I know, but the Muslims are like, we're jumping in.
Well,
No,
they're
funny.
triading. They're triading so they can take out white Christians. Man, that's it. I said it. I said
They're
it.
not bringing in Muslims. That
They're going to
Muslim
outbreed
countries
us.
are doing that all on their own. China's just evil.
Europe's
It's just
gone.
the same.
What's
You're
the
out,
immigration like of what's the immigration rule in China? Do they let everybody in there? They have no immigration laws?
No, they're culling Muslims over there. They don't like them.
It's probably zero unless they approve them in advance.
Okay.
My
Just a guess.
son flew through there to go to Austria last year to visit his girlfriend when she was studying abroad. He landed in China, had a 24-hour layover. They had his name on a sign. They said, come with us, and they put him in a motel overnight. He had no idea where he was going, along with some other Americans. They
We
freaking know
have
what's
minders. If we go over there, we have what are called
And
minders.
there were
We have-
cameras and microphones everywhere. Just
Yep.
shut
Yeah,
them up
that's
and
what I
go to
told them.
bed.
They're collecting on them.
So we're not on live, so I'll say this. If you ever go to China, don't take your real cell phone. Take a burner phone.
Yep.
The second that you plug in China, hold on.
It goes right
The
into
second
their
that you
database.
plug in your phone in China, they have software on your phone. Don't ever take your real phone.
Don't worry about that, Walker, because there's no fucking scenario that I go to China ever. It's hard enough. It's hard enough to get me to Mexico, let alone the United States is my comfort
Canada's
zone.
bad.
Yeah.
That's it. I love to see the United States. I'll go, but I ain't going to blue cities either. Fuck them.
And I meant to tell you this about TikTok. I understand it's a platform. TikTok is a all-in-one for China. It's a money laundering.
Although it changed.
Hold on.
Trump changed
I
it.
know they won't let you because of alcohol, but it's a money laundering propaganda plus, anything they want. Anything they want.
I mean, it was that until Trump. The American. There's an American company that bought them, and so it's changed. But
they still control a lot of the algorithm. They haven't been able to change the algorithm enough to actually prop up American causes and values. They still downgrade actual things that have to do with democracy and capitalism and a bunch of other stuff.
And it pushes all the laundromats in the country. Oh, a racist would say.
and trans and all the bullshit, because it's set to do that unless or until they root it all out.
Well, I honorably went back on TikTok when it got bought and everything, and Trump did what he did, and I instantly got kicked off. So I was like, yeah, no problem.
Hey, Tiny, they don't want you there, and you know what, brother? You're better off.
I need to go get me a shotgun, because the drone warfare is here, and that's the only way you're going to stop them.
Are they running into your airports yet, John?
They're not going to report. They're not reporting it if they are. But I know the World Cup alone has had 30 threats by drones. The FBI caught them. Yeah,
we were at Oktoberfest over in Munich, and they had to shut down the airport this last year. And it came to find out that Russia was sending kids in Europe drones to freaking fly out all over the freaking airports.
Yep, they're testing them out. They are.
Yeah.
They're go up there and take some pictures, and if the camera gets busted, the drone gets shot down. Oh well, but
we're not live. One of my trap coaches is Navy SEAL that coaches with us. His son is incredible, heavyweight state wrestler, nationally, all this stuff. He's the tiniest fucking guy ever. He goes back and forth over to Ukraine quite a bit, and he teaches them, and it's great for us when we're coaching trap how to take down drones with frickin' shotguns. Walker, you probably could attest to that stuff.
Yes, and Kirk, honestly, they had a college student or a high school student who custom designed shotgun ammo for the Ukrainian army, and they tested it, and it works. It's basically a net round, and I don't think it has Yeah. So I sent that article. I forget if I sent it to y'all. I know I sent it to my friends at work or my coworkers.
I want it.
Send it to me
I'll
too.
send it to you.
Yeah.
And it's a Ukrainian high school student or Ukrainian college student who designed a shotgun round for anti-drone warfare, and it works.
Yeah.
So he sold it to the Ukrainian military. They're making it, and I'll have to find that article.
There's more stuff going on too. So my youngest son is over there right now working through a defense contractor because my other boy that's in intelligence over there, he's not getting paid, but he's writing code for robots to remove freaking mines over in Ukraine when this is all over. So yeah,
it matters because honestly, the other thing that we talked about, and I haven't talked about with you about your second son, if who's doing it in contracting, is that if he provides value, actually I think we did talk briefly about this. If he provides value as an intern, they're going to want to hire him.
Yeah.
And that's the best way. That's the thing that I regret most about my college experience is not interning, because trying to interview for jobs later, I didn't have my foot in the door.
Yeah, Matt, our youngest, he was the student aide in college for math, and then and he tutored too, and then he got this thing. He doesn't get paid, but it's going to look awesome on his resume. But he's talking about hopefully going into, in his mind, Space Force, because there's a real need over there. So,
oh yeah, for sure.
It's not such an interesting world.
See if he can get a job offer from the company, even if he doesn't take the job offer.
He's actually building them a website and stuff right now too. So this is ex-military people that are doing this. He'll be. I'll see him next week over in Europe, and then he's going to beat us back. But he's got a real interest in serving, but he doesn't want to do it on a signature under the military. He wants to go. He wants to get paid,
and that's fine.
So, yeah.
His name is Will.
No, my youngest son is Matthew.
Matthew. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. And he graduated. He's not the valedictorian, but he graduated under the presidential of the university. Smart kid, and he was a
Nice.
fucking East West Shrine football player. He had college offers and didn't play football. He
Hey,
went
if
on
that's not what he wants
academics.
to focus on, I tell my colleagues in the Army every day, or not every day. That's an exaggeration. I tell my colleagues in the Army frequently. I have lots of different goals, but one of them is to walk out of my job upright with all my stuff intact, all my fingers and toes and knees and whatnot, and be able to enjoy life, not just walk out limping with a cane and trying to be on disability.
Yeah, you probably still have your clearance on stuff too. So I'm guessing after you retire, you're going to be pretty valuable to a number of different civil, or civilian companies. So that's great.
And I just
That's
need to
great.
apply. So I've got
Yeah.
a couple of things that I need to work through. I had a student come through here. He said, I can't do this as my rank and grade in the Army, but as Mr. So-and-so, I can recommend you to different places. And I said, I may take you up on that.
Yeah, Robert is definitely going over to California. He got his orders report in January, over there for linguist stuff for intelligence, but he's trying to get over there in September, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But we can't wait to have him back. But he
And
says
honestly-
he's going to get out. But I think they'll bonus him so much. He wants to become a professor or whatever. I think he might still stay in contact with the military, and they'll send him somewhere.
Yeah, I can't
And
wait
honestly,
to have
Kirk-
Kirk. I can't wait for you and Walker to meet my brother-in-law Brian.
Yeah.
He finished
I
as
want
a
to be there.
captain. He got out. He was in air defense artillery, man. He saw some shit in Kuwait and Iraq. So
I'll bet.
Is that who we went to the game with last year?
yeah, that's Brian.
Brian?
Man. He's
He's
awesome.
cool as
What
hell.
are you going to say, Walker?
I
Sorry,
was going
John.
to say, honestly, I think even if he chooses to go the professor route, he can still be a professor at West Point. He can still be a professor at DLI. He's about to go to DLI in California. He can still be a professor out there.
I want
And
you
there's
to
nothing
talk
stopping
to him before he freaking retires, Walker.
Yeah.
Because he'd come right through you.
Yeah, absolutely.
If
If
he
he's
stayed
coming
in.
through here, and just keep his options open, because there's an application process for West Point, and then you've got DLI as well. So if he does well enough at DLI and then continues to kind of beat that up from there, there's nothing that says that he can't be a professor somewhere like UC San Diego and DLI at the same time, and then kind of multiply
ROTC
that.
stuff, something like that. I don't know, maybe, but yeah.
and do a bunch of things, because he's got some knowledge there that transcends just the capability of language, just the capability of some of these other things.
Were you able to look him up at all?
I was able to look him up. I haven't reached out to him yet. I
Okay.
will probably reach out to him in the next week, so he can expect an email from me, and then obviously you'll be there. And then if y'all are there and you want to do a call for just a little bit, maybe 20, 30 minutes of his time, to just trying to influence him and shape him. It's not to say, like, make this career choice. It's to say, keep your options open and make sure that you have one or two plans, or two or three plans
I
of
told him-
how you want to do these things.
I told him that I had a conversation with him because I didn't want to overstep. And I told him
Yeah.
I was talking to you a little bit. And I said, you got to realize he's going to want to keep you in. They piled a shit ton of money in you. And
Thank
he
you,
goes,
Jeff.
no, that's cool, Dad. That's cool.
Yeah. And I'm just going to tell him, hey, look at your options and do the things that we do in the military and compare your options. Because
Yeah.
if you can still contribute, being a Defense Language Institute instructor is still contributing to the military. Being a West Point instructor as a civilian, still contributing to the military. Doing any of those different things. Also, this is going to sound a little far afield. He and I are Army. There's such a thing as Naval Postgraduate School out in California. If he builds those credentials and it fits somewhere in the curriculum of what they teach out there, there's nothing saying that he can't earn a degree, have a professorship somewhere else, and then also have a professorship or later at Naval Postgraduate
Yeah.
School out in California.
Well, we're going to go out there next. We'll be there a week from now. So just hit me up. I'll try and still get on these podcasts from freaking probably be 4 a.m. or some shit.
And
You
Bill
better be
Auburn.
shit
He
faced.
lives in
Well-
Old Town Auburn. He's still in the walls and he's got a moat around him, castles and shit. So I'll
Are
still
you
try
going
and
for
get
2
on.
weeks, Kirk? Are you going 1 or 2?
12 days. 12 days.
Yeah, okay.
So there'll be a
Well,
few.
just
casts
know I'm gone. I will be gone for 10 days. So not next week, but the following week I'm gone, and I'll be running the Indian Creek podcast on audio, and I'm going to be running the Middle West Spirits podcast on audio. But for you guys on Saturday, know that we're going live and running and doing a podcast from Middle West Spirits between 12 and 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna be directly from the distillery, me and CT.
Okay.
That's awesome.
And that'll give you the update that I've been trying to get, how far they are, because I have not been there for a while, but I can't wait.
Jeff, you guys are coming in 3 fucking weeks, man. I cannot believe it's going to be mid-July in 3 weeks. What the shit?
I got
Like I
Matt.
said,
Matt's
football
gonna.
next month, buddy.
Matt's driving with me on that Saturday morning. We're gonna leave early, so we'll be
Okay.
at your house around 10. I gotta get a number of who's all gonna be there so I can buy the tickets.
So you're not coming Friday, you're going to come Saturday?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to have to buy a hotel when I gotta work, and I won't get there till 10, 11 o'clock anyways. So I could get there, have a couple drinks, go to the or get there, check into the hotel. Are you coming to the hotel to drink?
I mean, I got 1 bed and we're working on cleaning my basement. I got a pull-out couch, so if you all want to just do that.
It's because Matt's gonna.
I don't know what Nash is doing. He hasn't said
Take
shit,
advantage.
You
Do
gotta.
it at least one night. I don't want to keep Tiny on too late. Do y'all have anything the second and third weeks of August? I know, John, you're probably going back to school.
Yeah, freaking. Oh shoot, what's his name? Randy's
Well-
coming out. He had to renege for this week because he's sick
Okay.
as fuck. And
Well,
he's
Randy
gonna
has
come
it.
out.
Randy's
I haven't heard from him.
Randy's sick as he's got to be because he
He
hasn't.
hit me with a text last night and said, "Kirk, will you call me?" I was in a meeting, and then I said,
Yeah.
"What's up? You okay?" And he's sicker than hell, and so he's
Oh,
changing
man.
it to the 18. He's got it's a lung thing. It's
Yeah,
bronchitis.
is it
so-
related to his heart, though, too, though? That's the thing.
He didn't say, and I didn't
Yeah.
ask because I don't know to ask. But he's got a respiratory thing going on, and so he
that's
said
terrible.
13th, 14th. I told him I've got a wedding on the 15th, but
Okay.
I want
Okay,
to be
we
here
sound
for him.
fucked up.
I want to be here for him.
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
keep pushing. Kirk, push him off, though, if he's not 100%. Tell him to just.
Well, I told him to come up
He
the
should not
the
travel,
first
man,
week of
'cause
August
he's
for
got
the
that
the
valve issue.
tasting, for the
Right.
Scotchy Bourbon Boys tasting. I'm setting that.
Yeah, I remember you were saying.
Yeah, and he
something
said
about that, too.
because he changed it from the 15th because he had something at August 15th he couldn't do with whatever, and he
Yep.
was. And now he changed. He said the week before is better, so I changed it to the week before, and I was going to
Yep.
solidify that, but we don't know exactly.
13th
Right, so
and
we'll talk
14th
more.
is when he's being here, and then he said,
God, he's just such a
I think he's just
player.
back and forth. I think
He's a damn player.
Is he?
But-
I think he's wore out from fucking moving.
No,
Yeah.
no,
He
no, no,
drives a
no,
shit ton,
no,
too.
not from fucking moving. He's worn
It's
out
not
from
like sick,
2
though.
fucking years of just going everywhere to every single bourbon opening. He's finally gotten so sick he can't even go to the bourbon things. But he told me last week, he's like, I was going to go to get this bottle and I was going to go get that bottle and I couldn't because I had to skip it because I'm feeling so bad. And I'm just like, but he drives to Tennessee, to Kentucky. He is everywhere.
does.
And then he slams the fuck out of his car. I mean,
Yeah, he does.
it's just,
But he's adjusting to getting back into the workforce, too. And
He is.
that's a load on somebody. He's not an old man, but like that's.
Oh,
a
he's
load on
old.
somebody who hasn't been doing the full-time job, right? Like,
Well, he's
and
not
then,
as young
and then
as
to
he
travel
was,
too, it's hard.
yeah, but you don't
You know?
understand. He doesn't do the full-time job of sticking his hand in someone's mouth. But it's still his fucking practice. He manages the
I'm
practices.
talking about teaching at college and all that. That's Like,
and then he
the
works the
reason
weekend.
he took that
Yep.
job because he's so passionate about dentistry, but it's got to be wearing on
He
him.
did
because
not
had
take
to
that
work
job
in,
because
what,
he's
2 years
passionate
longer?
about
You would
dentistry.
know.
He has to pay for the fucking
income.
whiskey that he fucking
does.
bought.
I know that too, Jeff. But I'm just
I know.
saying. I think all of there's like a myriad of things that finally
push
caught
him off
and then
then,
just
guys.
moving and working at the college. That's probably kicked his ass more than anything. Like,
I think it
John,
all
Tony,
kicked
he
his
needs to
ass.
be there
I
with
never
you.
seen anything like it.
Kirk, he's got a month, so it's a week separate. So if he's
We'll
coming
see
the
how it
second
is.
week of August and he's coming to Tiny the
Well,
first week of August, it's okay as long as he feels
Yeah, I
okay.
don't know.
Yeah,
if
well,
it's
he
gonna
knows
be July.
about
he
2
knows he
weeks out
can't
here
come
out
to
west.
my house if he's not feeling good because my wife's already informed him before.
No, 100%.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's so funny
We
because
talked about
the
that.
first time I met Walker, I hadn't met him personally yet, but he was going to come
Yep.
to the Christmas party,
And I said,
and Walker's like, "I'm not feeling good. I'm not going to come. I got to go do something and whatever, but I'm going to skip it because it's not." And then Randy, the first time that he wanted to come, he was sick and he was like saying he was going to come, and my wife had to tell him no.
yeah, because we had that
midwife
whole
stuff.
conversation.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah,
but
if
John
he's not
knows this
feeling good in
sometimes.
July either, he shouldn't come. I want him to rest and just get healthy. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Somehow.
I could push him off too. You guys let me know too, because I'll just tell him it's not a good time. But
But it's a month away. That's a month away.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah, you
can
got-
evaluate that.
Well,
Yeah,
he's
Kurt, you got
supposed to
almost a
have
month and a half.
open. He's supposed to have fucking valve replacement surgery. When's he gonna
Oh,
do
shit,
he
that?
didn't tell me. Yeah,
I have no idea.
probably the
No
winter.
idea.
He might. It might. Maybe part of this is the bronchitis is coming from the
Oh,
heart.
it is. It's all interconnected, dude.
It's getting
I'm
weak.
telling you.
Connected, but it's probably not the same thing. So in that case, the first place you probably see it is the lungs, because he's talking about he would have laryngitis, he had all these other things.
Oxygen
So you're
issues.
just seeing it that first. But I
Yeah.
was going to say, John and Tiny, you guys know this because you probably talked to him when he's on the road, and Tiny, you've spent some time with him in New Orleans as well.
Mm-hmm.
Randy sometimes will stop at random liquor stores that none of us would ever stop at. And that wears on him too, and he doesn't fully appreciate that, I think. I think he's starting to now, but he just is sitting there and he's talking about getting home to his wife, and then he's talking about how he's going to stop 15 minutes from now and stop at an exit with a liquor store. And I'm just sitting there going, brother, you're telling me you're, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours from home and you're going to stop at a liquor store? I'm like,
And every time he
I'm
goes
not
into a
married,
liquor
brother, but-
store, the owner becomes his best friend.
He sounds
that's
like
true.
me.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
how
I
we
would
met.
stop and-
That's how we met the one airline pilot. What's his name?
Ted.
Ted. He
Yeah.
met him at a liquor store and then invited him over to hang out with us.
yeah. And I'm not faulting him for it.
No, that's
But
just
you
the kind of
guys
guy
know
he
this.
is.
If you are trying to get somewhere and you're going to stop every, let's say, 45 minutes,
Yeah, ish.
it's going to change.
Yeah.
It's going to change your whole day, your whole timeline.
Yeah.
Well, he did that when
And
we
he's
were
done
in
that.
Chicago last year. He's like, "Oh, we just passed 4 liquor stores." I go, "Randy, we're not stopping. They don't have shit at these places." Well, you
No.
don't know that. I go, "Randy,
We can't stop.
I
at
don't
every
live in the
one.
city. I know. And if you find something there, maybe your wallet buys it. But I go,
Yeah.
most of these places are run by people who are not bringing in whiskey like you're looking for. Just you're
Yeah.
not taking it home anyway. I mean, come on, man. Like I was
And
trying
that's
to,
time
like
you
we
don't
got
have.
things to do. You just
Yeah.
you don't just random. Oh, there's one. There's
Yeah.
one. I'm going. No.
Me, it's called
Just-
dilly dallying. You don't dilly dally when you're on the road. Shit, I'll piss in a freaking
Yeah.
Gatorade bottle.
Yeah.
I'm
And
trying.
that's the thing. That's the
you
thing.
got
Well,
enough,
that would be
brother.
the
It's okay.
definition, Walker, of Randy. He's a dilly-dallyer.
Yeah. And
Dilly dally.
honestly, he finds stuff. I'm not faulting the guy at all, but it wears on you.
Stuff? He
It
finds
takes a toll.
everything. He finds shit
He got
that
one
I
of my
would
last 4 grains.
I
that
would
fucker.
never fucking ever drink. He
Yeah, he
finds
asked me He asked me one time, like, "Can you drive 3 hours down and get a couple double eagle very rares?" I go, "No, I'm not going down there. I got a mom to take care of. I'm sorry. You either figure it out. I'm not doing it for you, bro." I'm like, I'm not driving it. I'm not
Hey,
going
why
to
not-
Champagne or whatever for 3 hours to get you 2 bottles.
One of my
This
local
one guy
liquor
said, "I
stores
go,
called
Randy,
me
I
today and
can't."
said, "Kirk, I've got a Weller's Millennium. It's I think I'm paying $4,500. Do you know anybody who wants it? And I said they're sitting everywhere. Don't friggin' buy it. Don't be an idiot. There ain't nothing out there that's
They
worth.
came out
freaking
at
asking for.
75, and they're
Yeah,
two of them
almost
sold
half
here.
price.
Two Weller
But-
Millennium sold in Cincinnati for 10 grand for two of them. So, but every single thing that Buffalo Trace had sold. It's nuts.
Yeah. I told her, I said, don't buy it. She goes, yeah, well, the sales guy from the state told me, he goes, yeah, one person passed on it, so blah, 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 you're next in line. I said, yeah, that's great salesmanship. If you want to sell something to anybody, you just take it away from them and watch it, So I said, don't do it. Don't do it.
Any of you guys seen the Rittenhouse 250, the 10-year right? I've got one.
I haven't.
Yeah, I saw it in your front seat, motherfucker.
I know. Jeff, don't worry. I put a couple bottles for you, brother, that you paid me for in my front seat.
And
I've been
I
looking
didn't
for
want to
more
say
for
this-
you, too.
I didn't want to say this while we were on. I passed on the blend. I may get the Founders Reserve or I may not. I'm going to look for the Continental and the Liberty, and then I'm going to look for everything they do in the future.
The
But
reserve
I
was
tasted-
the reserve was good, Walker.
Okay,
It was a
I'll
lot
see if
like,
that's what we
and
have.
the reserve was actually a lot like the barrel pick for the chicken cock for the Fort Knox.
Yeah,
They
which one
remind
those
me
Jeff
of
would
that.
you recommend I order? Because I was going to get one for my brother-in-law.
Well, that's if
I'll
you're
look and
gonna
see
or
what
if
that-
you can get the Liberty, man. I don't know. I mean, the Liberty
I just
Reserve
ordered
was by
another one
far
today,
what
and you can get the challenge coin for $15 with it.
they sent me a
Okay,
challenge
Liberty.
coin. I got a challenge coin too. They just sent
I'll
Did
see
you
it.
if I can order
They
it.
just sent it. It's just
that
this.
balance
This
plan-
showed. So
Do you still have it? Do you got it close to you? I wanna
no,
see
it's
that
up.
damn
It's
thing.
that. It's up next to my bed.
All
It's
right.
under
Okay.
his pillow like a
Okay.
tooth fairy.
You
Yeah.
can send us a picture tomorrow, Tiny.
Yeah, I
Send
will.
us a picture of the challenge point.
I'll post. I'll post a
Um,
post with it in.
Do it.
You need to do
I
another
love that
cartoon,
stuff.
too, Jeff. We need another What the Shit cartoon.
Yeah.
But if they've got
Oh,
the
yeah.
reserve, if they've got the reserve rather than the blend, I'll buy it on your recommendation. But that blend is rough, and Greg and I agreed on that. at
Yeah,
my
but if you
farewell.
remember that first blend, that it wasn't Greg.
Yeah, I know it wasn't, and that's why I'm saying. And we agreed on that at my farewell dinner. And I'm not buying it out of nostalgia. I like Rick. I ain't buying it out of collector's edition nostalgia stuff because it was rough. I'll
Well,
buy everything moving forward, and
Well,
I'll do it because
Nash was drinking
hear-
it tonight, and he liked
So
it.
the Liberty, you're
I know
recommending, Walker, the Liberty Reserve, you're saying? Do that?
I haven't had it.
Oh, the Liberty, but the
I'm
Liberty.
saying-
This was better than the the Founders Reserve is $79.99, and the
Yeah.
wait, I got the where is it?
The Liberty's
Let me
like
make sure.
115, 114.
Is
I
that
think
the
they
one
said
1776
The
one or what?
Liberty. Let's see price. All right, guys, let's get serious here. I'll put on the here we go.
Serious?
What I'm not doing is
Okay.
buying a blend out of nostalgia
The-
or collector's edition.
But the
'cause I didn't like it.
the Founders Reserve is
You wanna drink
$79.99,
Yeah.
and
I wanna
the
drink
Four
it.
Branches
I hear
Liberty
that.
is $119.99. So
So the
120.
Liberty, you'd recommend the Liberty.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
this is above and beyond as far
And
as
that's the one Greg said. It was
yeah,
in the
that's
top
one of the
50.
top
Okay.
5 bourbons he's ever drank.
That's all I needed
Now-
to know.
Now,
Yeah.
granted, that's some really good marketing. It's
Sure,
funny
sounds like
because
going, I'm gonna order that
because the
motherfucker.
Founders
I got it.
the
I ordered
Founders
it
has a
already. I just
cork.
wasn't here today.
You see this? A real cork. And
Yeah.
then that's the Liberty, and then the Founders is not a real cork.
Oh, synthetic cork.
Synthetic.
I'm okay with that too.
I am too.
I'm okay with that too.
But this one has a unique flavor to it,
Yeah.
like he said, and it's good. So this one is on a level that I would recommend, and it's only $120. I mean, compared to what
Yeah.
we're all paying these days.
Let's have another
What-
drink. What the fuck?
One,
Why not?
and I would rather do that. Yeah, I would rather do that.
That is the coin. That's what it looks like, Kirk.
That's what I ordered. I ordered that, and yeah, so I can't wait.
I'll
to
see if
get
it'll let me order it. And if it would
I
get shipped here,
I
I'll
finally got the flavor. It's peach. That's,
Nice.
I was trying to pull the flavor that I was pulling
Ooh,
out.
Georgia in there, huh?
Ooh,
Yeah, but
I like that different stuff. You get stewed plums and apricot or peach and something, and I'm like, ooh,
Yeah,
ooh.
because
I'll support the brand all day long as they're making good decisions. But buying the bottle, and Tiny knows this about me. Buying the bottle is up to me. I won't do it for a name. I'll do it if I like the whiskey. And I think most of us at the end of the day are agreed on that. I will support the brand regardless, but I'll only do it publicly if I
So
already like the
what about
whiskey.
your obsession with Maker's Mark?
That's not going away anytime soon.
That's Walker. If I had to say that,
I think Walker, I think that's partially you buy Maker's Mark on the brand and the taste.
I think Walker would like Tiny. I think Walker would like Thornton's because of all the limestone water.
Oh, Thornton's Dead Drop is that Dead Drop is fucking. That Ari knows what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah. I don't think it's at the maker's level, but it's there. I mean, I think the Thornton Distillery has the largest limestone deposit in the whole country.
Well, I know.
And I know Makers,
Walker, we should plan to go there on Sunday before I go home.
That's what I'm saying. If you guys could just fucking get here Friday, would be way better. Then I could take Matt shopping. Matt wants to.
Why can't Matt go shopping? If I get him there early, can't you go shopping Saturday morning? Because we don't really have to leave. If I get Brewer tickets, we do. You know what? Maybe fuck the baseball game and just go to Thornton's.
I think we fuck the baseball game and we just party here and go fucking bourbon hunting, dude. Yeah, I'm not so sure Randy's coming, dude. I don't think he's gonna be
that.
Right.
I'll have a great time. You've been to the baseball game.
Let's say
no. We were gonna go to the Brewers game in Milwaukee.
Let's just party and bourbon hunt and go to distilleries. Fuck that, man.
We get a different glass.
Well,
I wasn't going to hold this up with Rick on.
Can Brian just pick us all up?
From where?
From your house and just start taking us to all the different places?
We'll work it out.
He was driving last year, wasn't he? Weren't we in his big, huge, giant SUV?
No, Nash rented that motherfucker. He drove everywhere.
But Brian drove Nash's SUV to the Cubs game.
No, he didn't. Martin and you drove it. You had to drive him home that one night. We got all hammered.
I drove him home, but when we went to the Cubs game, Brian was driving, wasn't he?
No, Nash was. We weren't hammered at the Cubs game. We were good.
How could you get hammered at the Cubs game? They make you put fucking soda in Maker's Mark, and they charge you like $15 for a pour.
Well, we were drinking all those beers and shit, so it's like...
I don't know.
Go to a hockey game. In college hockey on the second session, they'll freaking give you bourbons and they'll give you mixed drinks. Now you're playing.
So how many guys? So Jeff, if it's you, me,
Matt, I'm bringing Matt
and Martin.
I don't know if Martin's going. He's been so quiet lately. I can't get nothing out of him.
I mean, he's been really quiet.
And he told me no bourbon on the banks. I was upset about that.
Well, hopefully he comes. We were talking early, like weeks ago or a month ago. He's like, "Yeah, I'm looking forward to coming up."
No,
so we'll figure it out. We got to corner him soon because it's coming.
So I got a story right here.
It's pentagonal and it's functional. I can dishwash it.
I can't dishwash.
Yeah, that's interesting. Shit, yeah, it is.
I've got 2 left that are wax covered, and I've got 2 of these that are not.
They had to put like another 4 lines in it so it freaking represented.
You mean this?
Oh yeah, you both have one. Those things are badass.
That's fucking badass, man.
Yeah.
So just so you know, this is Roxy's, and Walter bought it for her.
Oh, that's beautiful, brother.
Walter Zaus, the owner of Whiskey Thief, bought this for her last year at the festival.
That's awesome.
She probably doesn't put it in the dishwasher.
You can't put it's,
or the microwave.
It's no different. This is no different than a bottle. I mean, it's the same exact as a bottle. You can, if I broke one of those off, she would kill me.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
So it just goes.
Fingerprints off of it.
It goes. No, there's a lot of fingerprints on this one. I was like, I gotta polish this baby.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful. I'm starting to feel it in my head.
So, do you want to see what kind of goals I set for myself?
You're popping.
Yes, I want to see your goals because we're gonna hold you to it.
So I was. You guys know I do this. That Amazon's part of our thing. So I just get all this shit from Amazon left and right. Our garage is filling up. Our house is filling up. It's just like I can't believe how much shit I want that I didn't even know I wanted. But this came in the other day. I opened it up, and here it is.
Okay, very cool.
Can you see it?
80th
Partially. Vintage, 80.
perfection, rare perfection.
Is that
Or what
rare?
is it?
All right, so I'll read it with my glasses so I don't fuck
It's
it up.
the light from your thing. It kind of
Right. So it says premium quality, vintage, limited, aged 80 years edition, aged to perfection. So I was like, I find this glass, and it's obviously it's a birthday glass for somebody who's 80 years old.
Oh wow!
So this is my goal. That when I turn 80, my pour is going to be in this glass.
Good for you, my friend.
So I just set an 18-year goal.
That's great. Heck yeah!
That's awesome.
So anyways.
Now we're gonna hold you to it. We want to see it.
Well,
Maybe
not
we
only
can
you're
all
going to
be there for it.
you're going to hold me to it, but you're all going to drink it. You're going to be drinking on my 80th
maybe
birthday
we all
party.
be there.
I'll let you all drink out of it.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is very cool. That is very cool.
We'll do.
At some point here, I want to get all your guys' address on this Scotchy Bourbon boys. And Greg would be in there on that too. So one of the things I wrote about I think I told Walker about it, about bourbon and how it brings people together and stuff. I'm going to have that written out in calligraphy and frame it and send it to you guys.
That'd be cool.
So
Yeah.
It brings strangers together and they become friends, which
Walker,
is so cool.
This shirt right here has been it hasn't fit me in a long time. It was always so lately I've been working out and I've been watching or eating nothing. I mean, I eat one time. I got my body used to finally eating one time a day. I don't eat breakfast. I just eat lunch, which is usually a salad with chicken on it.
Nice.
Yeah, no. And then I don't eat dinner. So that explains sometimes how I can get fucked up on the podcast. But
you're just speaking in cursive and it's elegant. Remember that, Jeff.
I'm telling you, the mixer with the strawberry, when I dumped it out yesterday after the podcast, it smelled like vomit. It was spoiled, I fucking drank it and Ralphed it. I mean, it was definitely when I was like I was upstairs and I was a little buzzed, and all of a sudden I'm like I don't feel really good. And I got up and I just like Ralphed all of it out and she's like, what the fuck? How much did you drink? I'm like, I only had 4. And so we figured out it was the actual juice.
Yeah. Fresh Victor was fresh vomit.
Yeah, it was not good. But anyway.
I could believe that almost. That would scare me just a little bit.
But they were expired. They sent them to me in February. They were expired in March. I didn't open them, but they expire.
Yeah, it's probably enough to upset your stomach. Yeah.
No preservatives. They're like you said.
Oh yeah, it's all natural. It's all natural. It was not the other. The lemon one.
If you did it one time, that ain't bad. I mean.
Oh yeah, and I woke up the next morning feeling fine.
You're good.
I felt fine the next morning, and then I was stupid and I had a cup of coffee, and then I didn't have anything to drink for lunch, and I got dehydrated and whatever, and then
water.
Yeah, this kind of water right here. Fill this 32 ounces out, drink it all, whatever.
Why I just drink it like this?
Yep. There's nothing like oak juice, Kurt. I love oak juice.
Yeah. So Tiny still remembers this. When we went to our tasting and to our barrel pick, Tiny and I had another place to go after that. And oh my God, I hope that I never have to drive like that again. It's nothing against you, Tiny, but man, had we not had that pizza at Alan's place before, at French Lick, before he was gone from French Lick, man, I don't know if I'd have made it. And then thankfully we had pretzels and we had iced tea or something like that at Starlight.
Oh God, yeah.
We did not drink at Starlight, not a thing.
Oh God, yeah, I agree.
We were 12 pours deep, Kirk, and then we sat at the distillery and had pizza, and it wasn't enough.
You guys have fit in well around my place.
Oh my God, that barrel pick that we got to taste some of Alan's shit that nobody. I mean that Lee Sinclair.
That was
If I had any more money, I would have bought more.
Yeah.
You get some of that good stuff. It's hard to walk away from, but I get like 2 or 3 deep, and I'm like, okay, where's an Uber? Who's coming to pick me up? Because I don't want to go. Yeah.
No,
Don't
and
drink
I'm
too
the
much
same
of
way,
that,
Kirk.
Walker, because that Lillian and that now that French lick is going to go under.
I think I got 6 bottles in the corner, but I'll have to take a count. I may have 5.
Well, don't worry about it if you want more.
Yeah.
I've got
He's got a wall. Of
I've got 7 cases of each.
Yeah. And John knows this. So I bought more Dalton than I bought Lillian because we've talked about that before, and it's delightful, especially if I drink it after.
Oh, the Dalton is better than the Lillian. The Lillian is. I think Kirk would like the Lillian because it's definitely frontier whiskey.
It's young.
Yeah, it is. It's a little bit older.
I'm not quite sure what frontier whiskey is.
That's what Alan did a passion project of this Lillian Sinclair, and it was 3.5 years old, and he put a French oak stave that I asked him to put in the barrel.
I do like French oak.
To work.
Oh yeah, and it basically is like he said. He felt it turned out what the people of the frontier would have been drinking.
I noticed that's your guys' pick.
Yeah, it's my pick.
Years ago.
Yeah, I saw your
one of 3 from them.
Yeah, I've got
if
you're interested, if you're interested in some bottles, I got them for sale.
Yeah, we got stuff.
Did you like it, Walker?
I did.
Oh, he was on the pick. We picked
two.
That's the first. I bought 2 barrels.
How much?
So the Lillian is what, 80?
Oh wait, okay.
Send them 3 and 3, man.
Yeah,
Send them 3 and 3.
It's old. We'll figure it out.
Lillian is 80, and the Dalton I believe is. I want to say was the Dalton 70. Was it? I think it was 70. 70 for the
I
Dalton.
want to say it was 70 even.
And 80,
we'll
and 80 for the Lillian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take 2 of the Lillians.
Okay.
I'll Venmo you. Are you just under your name? And then I'll add some shipping in there, kind of thing.
And when you see it, you can't miss it. There's a picture of me.
Cool.
Yeah.
So then I'll probably drink some of it, and I'll give you a real review. I might skew it a little bit just because I know you, but
no,
once I get
I want a real
I
review.
lie to anybody.
I want a real review. This is fucking unique. It's got what Alan did was very unique in the industry.
Yeah.
And I'm always looking for unique.
No, I'll tell you, he wants 2 Lillian. You should get one Lillian and 1 Dalton, and then decide if you want more.
Okay.
We'll go back to my old deal.
Yeah, I think you should do 1 and 1 Kirk and then decide.
So it would be 150, and then send me your address, and I'll just tell you how much the shipping is.
All right. It'll be interesting because I got to figure out how to romanticize the story and the review between a Montana guy and a freaking Milwaukee or a Wisconsin, Ohio transplant too. But I'll mix some of my
but it's an Indiana whiskey.
Yeah,
it's different. It
sounds like the story I write might take about 2 days.
So Kirk, maybe you go Mountain West and Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's the angle. The Mountain West meets the Midwest.
Stuff, John? Have you read any of my stuff on my 406? Some of those stories where
I have not read everything, but yes, I've read some. Yeah, I love you, dude. You write a litany, bro.
Yeah, you do.
I mix my experiences in with alcohol some way or another, or just friends, and maybe I might put it back in the 1800s kind of thing, or I might romanticize some of the mountains or growing up or something.
Sorry, I had to let my dogs in.
Well, that's why it's frontier. There's a lot of romance in this one.
So I would agree, and I would say if you have to think of it as anything, we talk about caramels, we talk about some of those different flavors. If anything, I would say this is grain forward. You're going to taste some things that are not normal in a lot of mainstream big brand whiskey.
What do they do?
So honestly, Alan did pot still whiskey.
And it's a 4 grain.
It's a 4 grain. And then the other one is, I think, 3 grains. and it's not going to strip out some of those flavors that the big columns still strip out. And by doing that, he's going to let you experience some of the wheat. He's going to let you experience some of the rye. And he's going to let you experience some of the barley that gets stripped out when you.
I want some of it. It's almost sounds to me a little chewy, and that freaking.
Okay, so the Lillian is corn, rye, oats, and barley.
Oats.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where the Dalton is a 4-grain wheated.
Three. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, it's
Corn, wheat, malt.
Yep, corn, wheat, and malt.
You know what I should do is I'll give a couple from you, Tiny, and then I'll have a freaking bottle share, a blind over here live.
Well,
some people aren't going to like it. Some people aren't going to like it because
No, I
they
agree.
want those sweet notes and they don't want the grain. But if you like the grain, it's going to be different than what people are used to, and it's going to have its own character that they're not used to.
Alan called it his passion project. That's what he wanted. He wanted to do a thing that's grainy, but it's.
I want something different. Everybody's
This
got
is
the
different.
caramel note,
The
everybody's
Lillian
got
is
the
different.
coffee notes,
I've had
everybody's
some
got the
people tell me that they didn't like it and they love the Dalton, and then I've had some people tell me that they love the Lillian. Actually, do you know who loves the Lillian? Randy. Randy's probably got 7 bottles from me and drank them all.
And Matt doesn't like it, and that's okay.
Well, I can see
like
Matt
the Dalton
not
better.
liking it. He's
There's
got a
no
different
fucking
palate for sure.
Amberana in it.
No, but it's got grain forward, and he doesn't want the grain forward. He just wants the other flavors, and that's fine. There's nothing in the world wrong with that.
Yeah.
But
And
if
it
he doesn't
almost
like
seems to
it,
me
I do.
like if there was something different with oats in it or something, or a little bit chewy or something.
Middle West Spirits was founded in 2008, focusing on elevating the distinct flavors of the Ohio River Valley. Their spirits honor their roots and reflect their originality as makers, their integrity as producers, and their passion for crafting spirits from grain to glass. Their Michelin Reserve line reflects their story from the start to the bottle to your glass, with unique wheated and rye bourbons and also rye and wheat whiskeys. The Michelin brand is easy to sip. It might be a grain to glass experience, but I like to think of it as uncut and unfiltered from their family to yours.
Wake up, sunrise and boots on the floor, working hard all day till you can't no more. Life rolls on, but the choice is yours, how you play it out when you walk through that door. One bottle, one drink, one pour. That's what the Scotchy Bourbon boys got in store. Tuesdays, Thursdays, come pull up a seat. We'll taste through the whiskey on the rocks and eat. Bourbon, Scotch, or a good old rye, Japanese, Irish, yeah, we'll tell you why. So wherever you're sipping, near or far, tune in with us from your home or your car. One bottle.